Goddamn, those captions on it. Greetings. Hello, everyone.
Oh, it's Sunday.
It's Sunday.
I forgot. It's Sunday.
My wife got a brand new toy over there.
I do.
She can't help herself.
Can I come say hi to your people?
Of course you can. I just loaded it up, so. Yeah.
I'll be there in just a second.
Welcome, everyone. Hello in St. Michael's, Pumpkin Slayer. So, as always, welcome to the Sunday night. Well, it's usually Sunday afternoon, but now it's Sunday night because we don't CP time. Yeah, welcome to the Sunday Ask Me Anything, where you can ask me anything. This is a fundraiser, sort of, for our expansion in Chicken Factory of tomorrow, today. So super chats get answered, or guaranteed answered. I'll stay as long as possible to answer those questions. Thank you, Jacob Brownlee, 784. That's my lady wife's head in the background. And so yeah, we're gonna sit here and drink bourbon and talk shit.
Ooh,
And I appreciate you. Thanks for all you say and you do. Thank you so much, Vicky Sailor, 1166. And thank you for my gift, whoever that was I just missed. Yes, she is the bald witch. Right now she's the artsy bald witch because she got her new tablet and she's busy. Pumpkin Slayer F8X asks, it's a shame Virginia has so many data centers in it. What's your opinion? If every data center in the world suddenly accidentally got bombed or fell into the bottom of the sea, I wouldn't be mad about it one bit. So yeah. Thank you, Julie Kimball. Thank you everybody for the gifts, for the super chats. We got a whole lot of money we got to raise for this expansion. And every dollar we get here is another dollar I don't have to raise from an investor or somebody else that's going to try to wrestle control away from me and my original partners, who all have hearts of solid gold. Thank you for my Uncle Alert. My phone. I don't know what's going on with that. And people from all over the place. Hello from Montana. Hello from Canada. Somebody from the Netherlands. Somebody from Ontario. Somebody just wants to apologize to the universe for wasting their potential. Damn. Hello in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, where many people died. New Mexico, New Zealand, Florida, Detroit, Connecticut, Olympia, Washington, Utah, Louisiana, Texas, Central Florida. I need some bourbon. I'm a hoe. I mean, I guess they meant Idaho. Or maybe they didn't. I don't know. I'm not here to judge anybody. But anyway, welcome. Super chats get answered. I'm going to filter these so I can actually see them. Okay, yeah, I got all those so far. Thank you, Pablo Marquina. Thank you, LSU Jack. Thank you, Julie Kimball. Thank you, Benjamin Bennett. Thank you, Cyrena Correll. Appreciate the hell out of everybody. Thank you, Gengard 022 for becoming a member and joining the cookout. Jacob Brownlee 784 asks, should I go to school for engineering? That depends on a lot of things. Depends on which school. Depends on where you're looking at going to school and where you might locate. Depends on which discipline of engineering. Civil engineering is going to be a lot different than computer engineering. It's going to be a lot different than material engineering. It's going to be a lot different than chemical engineering. So it depends on what specific engineering you're trying to get into and where you intend to live and what you intend to do with it. TJ6593 asks, how do you manage doubt if that occurs? Yes, it occurs all the time. Male arrogance and overconfidence helps a lot, and to have it balanced by people who are more sensible than you. No, I mean, I'm kind of in the business of doing scary stuff where you don't know if it's going to work out or not. I guess over time, I've gotten used to it. You have to be not a people pleaser. You have to know what it is you actually want to do yourself and keep an eye on that, because I mean, what makes people doubt themselves is other people usually. Usually if you're excited about something, you really want to get it done, but then when you bounce it off other people and they tell you you're silly, they tell you it's a bad idea, they tell you it's impossible, it's too expensive, it's too hard, people won't like it, blah blah blah. That's where doubt comes in. So you have to have the ability, and I think this is kind of a hard thing to do maybe, to balance incorporating feedback in a constructive way, but also being willing to override other people's feedback when you're sure you know better. And the line between that and arrogance is, I don't know what that line is. So hope that helps a little bit. Let's see what else we got here. What is that? Okay. That was the doubt one. Thank you, LSU Jack, for joining the after party. Let's see. Book recommendations, please. Other than your own excellent book, of course, hit me with your favorites. The Wayfinders by Wade Davis. I always recommend that. An Indigenous Ecology of Education by Gregory Kahede. 1491, Charles Mann, People's History of the United States, Howard Zinn. This one's thick, and it'll take you forever to read it, but On Politics by Alan Ryan.
Ooh.
Yeah. What?
Out there giving them homework.
Huh?
Out there giving them homework.
It's just a 1,000-page tome on the history of politics from Aristotle to Marx. It's fine.
It's fine.
And I'm sure there's others. That's everything on the top of my head. Look to the Mountain, or Tell It to the Mountain. Is it Tell It on the Mountain? Look to the Mountain is something else. Look to the Mountain is the Gregory Kahede book. Go Tell It on the Mountain is the James Baldwin book.
Yeah, like the hen.
Yeah, that one. Go Tell It on the Mountain by James Baldwin. Yeah, that's a good smattering to start with. That'll keep you busy. V. Perez, 1985, asks, what dark sorcery do you use to keep your skin looking so good?
Me?
Huh?
You.
They can't see you. I'm assuming they mean me.
You said it in a louder voice. I thought they were talking about me. Okay.
Maybe you have lovely skin.
Well, I was
But they can't see
that
you.
They said that. But no. Carry on.
Huh?
Carry on.
She over there being self-conscious. That's what that is. We got to work on it. Somebody just asked a question about doubt. Ask that question to Miss Annie over there. Mm-hmm. She over there doubting herself. I keep telling her that she's delicious. I'm gonna lick her head. Look at her. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I don't do anything to my skin at all. I smoke cigars and I drink too much. That's probably it. Let's see. Thank you, V. Perez. Viper Mantis says, how did you get started on the farm? Say in your book. I had a health scare in 2013. Thought I had stomach cancer or colon cancer or something. It turned out just to be stress. So I kind of started the farm thinking that maybe I wasn't going to live that long, but then I did. And then I went, oh shit, and then I had to figure it out. So that's kind of how I got started. I was initially going to start a bison farm, but then I went to a bison farm and saw a bison cow jump over a 5-foot fence from standstill, and I said, And I probably wouldn't have had the money for it anyway. Fencing for bison is unreal. Yeah, that's how we got started. My wife and I bought 80 broiler chickens and like 160 egg laying hens in the summer of 2013, and it just kind of snowballed from there, with many, many bumps and hiccups and terrifying drops along the way. Let's see what else we got here. I plug your biz at the store I run in Wisconsin. Thank you, Pablo Marquina. I can't buy your chicken, so take my money. I will take your money. Thank you for your $4 that you've contributed to the Chicken Factory of the Future.
Thank you.
What is the best knife to cut and debone a chicken? At home, I use a Hanasuke. It's like I think it's a 5-inch Hanasuke. It's that triangular shaped Japanese knife. In the shop, when we're doing volume and we treat our knives almost as disposable, we use a 6-inch semi-flexible Victorinox boning knife. The semi-flexible part is key. You don't want something that's too stiff, because you won't be able to carve the flesh off the bone quite as well. That's the only thing I don't like about the Hanasuke, is that it's a very stiff knife. It's very versatile, but it is completely inflexible, and you can't get those curves, especially for some of the boneless cuts, for the more delicate boneless cuts, like cutting out oysters and stuff like that. So yeah, those are the two I would recommend. Goth Cat Goddess contributes $2 for the Chicken Factory of the Future and screams yeet. I appreciate you. Egg Bro, Cracker Spirituals has entered my lexicon thanks to you. I'd stick around, but I got to be up at 4:30. Damn, to go run a mill. Yeah, you go to bed. I should go to bed. I'm still on vacation. I can do what I want. Let's see. What is this thing? God damn it. What is your stance on research animals? I don't know if I have a particularly well-developed stance on that. I know that research animals have been critical in the development of vaccines that have saved millions of human lives. So I reckon I'm for that. Beyond that, I can't really speak on it because I don't think I know enough about it. So yeah, somebody with more information, more expertise would have to tell me about that, because I'd be speaking out of school, honestly. Thank you, Joshua Player, for joining the sending a gift membership. I appreciate you. Sonder Family says, oh, this is an easy question. Can you explain the connection between permaculture and the far right? Oh, where do I begin to tell you the tale? Permaculture, I do not have a problem with in theory. Permaculture is supposedly the creme de la creme of blending natural systems with human agriculture in a sustainable and regenerative way. Much of what we think about permaculture now was developed as water conservation methods in dryland areas, I believe in Australia, but has spread like butt cheeks around everywhere else. The connection.
The Austria dude came later?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like the term came from those guys in Australia. I'm forgetting their names. They wrote that book, Water for Every Farm. And a lot of permaculture started out as basically water management and erosion.
I thought it was a German word.
Permaculture? No.
That's what that Austrian dude.
The Austrian dude came up with that thing called Hugelkultur, which is his thing.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, the issue with permaculture is I don't know, it starts to dip into that like alt-right nationalistic, like I don't know, when people start talking about going back to the land, reversing time, de-urbanization and stuff like that, it doesn't have to, but often does, just because of political proximity, wind up like hearkening back to this white ethnocentrism, because a lot of it is about
escaping society and what it's become, and a lot of fear around what society is now. It's more urban, it's more diverse. There's gay people everywhere, there's trans people everywhere, there's this, there's that. There's an element that wants to like run away from the unfamiliar and the complicated and shit like that. And that's kind of where the pipeline starts. Not everybody falls into it. It's not like everybody that builds a Hugel bed or friggin' herb spiles or whatever is a goddamn racist nationalist Nazi or whatever. It's more like there's an easy on ramp for people who have those who have that in them. Permaculture provides an on ramp for them to express that in a way that's on the ground and is related to agriculture, and is super annoying. So yeah, that's kind of the connection. It's not a cause and effect kind of thing. It's one of several possibilities that can happen to certain people that get into permaculture, sustainable agriculture. Like any of the like everything we're doing now is the wrong way. That whole shtick. Somebody wrote, what about growing Highland cows or other heritage breeds of cattle? Did you consider those breeds and ease of management and health benefits? People are in love with Highland cows, which is a dangerous thing in Virginia when the climate's getting hotter. Those are cows that are bred for the Scottish Highlands, where it's cool and it's rainy all the time. In Virginia, it's sunny a lot. Sometimes it doesn't rain enough, and it's hot, and humid as hell. So that particular breed doesn't do too well. Of course, there's hot weather breeds. There's British Whites. There's a lot. There's Lowlines. There's Red Angus. There's lots of things that'll do well in hotter weather. The thing about it is, though, Angus, Cornish Cross, landrace pigs, Yorkshire pig, the animals that we eat the most of, they were bred to be what they are for a reason. It wasn't an accident. They make better steaks, bigger steaks, more well-marbled steaks. Their yields are higher. Their conversion rates are better. The conversion of feed to edible meat, like all those things are optimized through centuries, in some cases, of selective breeding. So when you're going to go away from those, I mean, frankly, very time-tested and battle-tested breeds of animals, you have to have a really, really damn good reason to do so. For us, the main reason to get away from Angus would be because Angus are freaking nuts. They're like the white leghorns of cattle. They're just fucking crazy. Especially if you wind up with like bad genetics out of auction, because you go to auction, a lot of people are trying to get rid of some of their more wild, crazy genetics or whatever, and you never know what you're going to get. But by and large, the standard breeds are the way to go for most people. And the marketing edge that you might get by doing Red Ranger poultry, funky breeds of cattle, doing Mangalitsa pigs, Ossabaw Island pigs, like shit like that, it's not.
We tried Ossabaws.
The juice isn't worth the squeeze, so to speak.
Or the pain.
So we've considered it as part of the squeeze. So we've considered it, but for the most part, no. We raise standard breeds because history and math, basically. If there was a breed of chicken you'd want to get drunk at a party.
Oh, yeah. Those little black and white hens, they're really pretty.
The Polish ones? They can't see.
No, they have like white feathers, but then a black outline on them. They're very striking. Like each feather is white with a black outline.
Yeah. What are those?
I don't know.
Why do you want to get them drunk? They're just pretty. They're not
just
crazy.
So pretty.
I want to see a white leghorn drunk because they'll probably be calm.
Oh.
Like white leghorns are like batshit crazy. They're like full of dynamite. I feel like if you got them fucked up, they'd be like, hey.
What was Spazcock?
Spazcock was a Lachenvelder.
Maybe a Lachenvelder. I want to get a Lachenvelder.
Every white leghorn is like twice as crazy as Spazcock. We had way back in the day when we were raising chickens our damn selves. We had like a weird variety or whatever. For some reason, we got a goddamn Lachenvelder, and it was this little angry bantam rooster.
So mean.
He was so angry, but so ineffective because he was so little. And he was an asshole. but it didn't matter because he weighed like 8 ounces.
I changed my mind. A Buff Orpington would be just like the sweetest friend to have.
I don't want a sweet friend. I want to see cockfight.
Well, therein lies the difference between men and women. Maybe I want somebody who's going to take care of me.
You were Welsh. All you want is violence.
Ah.
Yeah, see, she can't even deny it. Ha! Man, don't act like I'm penniless LMAO. No, you are not penniless. Congratulations. I appreciate you, Pablo Marquina, for the $50 contribution to the Chicken Factory of tomorrow. I appreciate you. New phone, who this? As how did you and your wife meet? I want to turn that over to you.
In the basement.
We met when she was kept as a prisoner in the highest room in the tallest tower, and she was guarded by a medieval dragon.
Oh my gosh!
And I said, "Fuck that!" And I hired a Mexican to go get her because Mexicans are the hardest working people on the planet. And I paid Julio Vasquez $257,000 Confederate to go get her out the tower. And to sprinkle some perfume on her because she was white at the time. I wasn't sure if she washed her legs or not. You never know. You don't want no stank ass princess coming out.
We actually met at a bar. It was on a Wednesday night. It was the all you can drink happy hour in the basement of Sake, which is now defunct. Yes, a now defunct sushi restaurant that had all you can drink Wednesday nights. We were 22 and 26 respectively, so don't judge.
I had a mortgage. Leave me alone. I was a grown ass man.
I did. Baby.
You had to get a stupid like one of them red pill people. Yeah, had to get her while she was young. Her frontal cortex hadn't developed yet. She couldn't get that cheap insurance. So anyway, I had Julio Vasquez bring her out of the highest room in the tallest tower. Brung her down, sprayed some perfume on her legs, make sure she didn't stink. She came down and she was looking like a snack.
Thank you.
Like a straight snack with a little orange dress and the tick old bit of that. And anyhow, and then we live. And then we live happily ever after. Here, have some of that so I look more handsome. This is how I got her. Just kidding. Remember, fellas, drunk girls can't consent. Unless they're Welsh, because that's their natural state. Anyhow, let's go back to the super chats. I don't want to miss a shit. What is that? There it is.
No.
Fan funding.
You gotta answer questions quicker.
Huh? I don't have to do shit. It's my chat.
No, you missed it. Go back. Nope, you're too far.
I'm going back to the one
Okay,
where I found
so
it.
that one, and there we go.
What is a piece of parenting advice you have? Also, you.
What age? Because honestly, I think that my most genius thing ever only applies to small children. Whenever my girls fell down, I would just say, "Oh, good catch," and we avoided so many tears. The other thing I will say generally, though, and this applies for all age groups, is I have found that one of the biggest things that makes a difference, both in parenting and in teaching, is
money.
Declarative language.
Oh.
So instead of asking them to do something, pointing them in the right direction. Like when we are getting ready to go, I don't say, "Where are your shoes?" I say, "Your shoes are over there." Or, if I say, "It's time to put on your shoes," none of that. Just, "Your shoes are by the front door, your backpack's by the front door." And it's just kind of like a little memory jog, but it doesn't put any demand on them. And it's a little shift, but it makes things go a lot smoother. And that works from preschoolers up to high schoolers.
See, it's important when you have a white parent that you also have a black parent. Otherwise, your children wind up coddled and ridiculous. See, when my children are like, "Where are my shoes?" I go, then I walk away and I take a shit.
No, they haven't asked me where their
then
shoes are.
Then maybe about 8 days later, they find their stuff, huh?
They haven't asked me where their shoes are. I'm trying to get them ready and out the door without screaming at them.
Gonna walk out the door barefoot, if you don't remember where you put your shoes. I got on. Look, I know I'm old, but it's too late. So death do us part. No backsies. Let's see. Next. You recently made a throwaway joke about self-conscious East Coast Indians versus Western Indians. I'm oblivious. Where's the beef or grievance there? Oh, allow me to elaborate. You wouldn't know about this.
No, this is all you.
So what had happened was, you people, and I mean literally you, because one of her little turkey fucking grandparents came over on the Mayflower. They had sex with a lot of turkeys. The women weren't very attractive, and to be fair, neither were the men. Anyway, them little gremlin people came over here from England. They was religious fanatics and crazy as hell. So they came over, and they started interloping hard, and they started having babies when they weren't eating each other. And what happened was that went on the East Coast for like 160 or so years, about 160 or so years. And then George Washington got involved with a real estate scam with the governor of Virginia. And then the American Revolution happened because of the real estate scam. After George Washington started World War Zero by firing on a detachment of French diplomats in the Ohio country. But we don't have time to go into that. What matters is that in 1776, white people said, I've had it. And then they declared independence so they can invade some more land. But before they could invade more land, they had to deal with some more of us, because no matter how much smallpox they gave us, not all of us would die, including me. If we had all died, I wouldn't have this white woman leaning on my shoulder right now, ironically. Anyhow, so what happened was we got fucked up on the East Coast for like a good 200 smooth years. And then finally, when they got done beating the hell out of us, because it took a long time, because they had to deal with the Iroquois, they had to deal with the Ojibwe, there was some nasty Indians over here. But we had to deal with 17th and 18th century white people, and y'all were nasty as hell back then. But then by the time the 18th century and 19th century rolled around, they decided to go further west. They said, white people said, to a whole continent. We were like, shit. But anyhow, since my people on the East Coast have been dealing with for like 200 straight years, and it just for like 200 years, we got our ass whooped. But that gave them a little cushion out in the West. Out in the West, they had a little cushion. They could hunt some buffalo. They could have sex in the high plains. They could go fishing in the lakes.
Description.
Huh?
Do you even remember what question you're answering?
Do you know Native people? We don't give short answers. What's the matter with you? You're like forgetting. She forgot she's dog. I'm Indian. I'm old. And I forgot what question I was answering. Anyway, so what happened was,
lift your computer up just
what?
a little bit. It's like the most unattractive angle.
You mean like this?
There.
Yeah, we're gonna get the uncle angle here, and I'm gonna tell you all about American history. All right. So anyhow, the Indians out in the West and in the high plains and out in the far West, and then dealing with the gold miners and 1849ers and whatnot. They dealt with white folks relatively recently, whereas my people had a 200 year head start on getting our ass whipped. So anyhow, by the time that the ass whippings kind of toned down, and they just threw us in the boarding schools, and then kind of closed down the boarding schools and threw us on the reservations. These are the ones out west. They threw them on the reservations. They got rid of our reservations on the East Coast because once they won the American Revolution, they said your arrangement for your revolution was with the British. And do I see any British? Nope. Do you see any British? Nope. Oh, I don't see the British. I don't see a reservation. Fuck you. You can just assimilate in the side, and we'll call you weird names like Weesort and Mulatto and shit. Anyhow, so what had happened was when the Pan-Indian Revolution. Oh, yes, you see, she was all leaning back, pretending that she ain't listening. Anyhow, when the Pan-Indian kind of revolution and awakening happened in the 1960s or whatever, what happened was the people out west had their asses whooped a lot less than us in the East, and they had a lot more reservations, were able to kind of preserve their culture, whereas the rest of us were kind of floating around the rest of society, mostly hiding from being Indians, because at the time when my great-grandfather was born, you could actually murder an Indian just out on the street and not be prosecuted. And there were also weird laws like Native people couldn't own farmland and shit like that. So a lot of us were pretending to be white, pretending to be black, pretending to be anything that would allow us to do anything to get ahead and stay alive. So what had happened, however, was that when the awakening happened in the 1960s and it was okay to be Indian out in public again, finally, the people out west had a lot more of their culture intact than we did on the East, on account of us absorbing for a whole lot longer. So anyway, that's where the beef is, because the people out west act like, we're the real Indians, blah, blah, blah. And the people on the East Coast are like, half of us are like, motherfucker, the only reason you have your hair still in braids, bitch, is because we were over here for 200 years dealing with that shit. And then the other half of East Coast Indians are like, I better try to be like the Indians out west because they're the real Indians. So I'm going to wear a wig and perm my hair so that I look like what people actually look like when they're real Indians, because white people are ridiculous. And what they think that Native people look like is the Redskins logo and the Cleveland Indians mascot. And since I don't have a backbone or a pair of balls with semen in them, then I'm just going to do whatever I think. You feel me? So anyway, that's where that come from. How you doing? Let's see, what's the next one? Did you ever get the t-shirt Merciless Savages? Yes, I did. It was a double X. I'm not as big as people think I am.
I can take it in.
Miss Lady, what size is this shirt here?
I don't know. It's a tagless one.
Exactly. I'm so broke. I can't afford shirts with sizes. This is probably an extra medium.
Actually, it said large. I'm surprised. I was expecting it to be a medium too.
You calling me a small man? I'm trying to. She don't give a shit. Look at her. She won't get it. I can't even fit. Anyhow, yes, we did get it. She gonna tailor my shirt somehow.
Would you like me to take it in?
You yes. Anyway, happened upon your content not too long ago. You've been a gosh darn delight. See, that sounds like a Midwestern politeness right there. Thank you for keeping me educated and brightening my day. Thank you, Chibi Panda 17. Hey, y'all, if you still need help in a Slafter house, my email is in my bio on my page. Not a scam, just trying to try new things out. Army veteran here. Email Mason at blackbirdcoop.com because he is the head of the slaughterhouse. I am not. Appreciate you. Permaculture from Oz is from, I think they mean OG, indigenous knowledge. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Permaculture came from white folks hanging out near like Aboriginal people in Australia and Africa and certain places in Asia and in North America, and then being the ones that could write books about it, and then suddenly yada, yada, yada. It's inspired by native knowledge because, of course. So yes, that is correct. What does snoo have in common with the Jersey cow? Snoo?
Angus?
I don't know. I don't know the question or the answer. I'm going to have to urban interface living.
Go to the regular chat. Does anybody know what snoo means? Maybe they
go to the regular chat.
Yeah, anybody.
Go to the regular.
Snoo.
Somebody else said, what's snoo?
Snoo.
Death by snoo.
Ha.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got nothing.
All right. I thought maybe
we'll check it again later.
Chime back in and say what it was. Okay.
Hold.
Okay. Woo.
What?
It switches. Does it? Is that what it does?
I have no idea what's going on. We're trying to scroll up to where.
No, back. I saw it.
What?
Down. Yeah. Go back.
What?
There you are.
Further?
Snoo.
Aquí? No?
No, I think you went a little. There we go. Yeah. There's snoo. And then
oh wait, I skipped one. I've become progressively more left as I get older and richer, and I hate leftists despite being overwhelmingly white. Please help me arrive at a point of sanity. The point of sanity that you will arrive at is becoming what would have been a moderate Republican maybe 60 years ago, minus the racism, if you're lucky. Yeah, I've been becoming a business owner has been very radicalizing to the left because everything is in our favor. Tax policy is in our favor. All the money making opportunities are in our favor. Just the entire society is designed to benefit people who get to that point where they can use money to make money, to a point that is profoundly unfair. And part of that's because maybe I'm a nice guy. I assume that's why you married me. It can't be for my looks, because damn. But the other half is out of pure selfishness, because you can only push a motherfucker so far, as Shaft once said. And if poor people will eventually have nothing, like working class people disappears and it becomes just poor people and a handful of rich people, eventually they're going to go straight French Revolution on your ass. And I prefer my head attached to my body because, you know, I needed to see them titties. Damn. Anyway, that's what that is. Next, let's see.
Meat rabbits.
Have you ever raised meat rabbits? No, I have not. I have seen meat rabbits raised. I have seen them slaughtered. That's a motherfucker, because
I've seen them in market in an Italian market.
Apparently, when you slaughter them, you have to take a slapjack and bust them in the back of the head to knock them unconscious before you cut their throat. Yeah, I can't. I'm a hard. No, they don't scream. They kind of like because they're senseless. Yeah, I didn't like that. Anyway, Sonder family. It's an interesting response. Appreciated. My autistic ass thought permaculture was about healing our fuck ups. It's supposed to be in its best form. It's like Christianity, right? Like this one. She reads the Bible like every night and takes notes and goes to church like most Sundays, except when she's constipated. Speaking of which, here, hand me that. And you take that, have another drink. Think about your.
First of all, I am Welsh and have an iron stomach. I don't.
We ain't talking about your stomach. We're talking about your colon.
I don't get constipated because I can literally drink a gallon of milk and eat rancid meat and be fine.
You see what I deal with? I deal with spoiled milk and rancid meat. That's why y'all came over here with that pox. Anyway, yeah, so it can be good, just like Christianity. Like reads the Bible, takes notes, worships a lowercase t in person. She do the cannibal thing where she eat the body of Jesus and she drink his blood like a Welsh vampire, but it's wine and gets them fucked up. That's a convenient excuse.
Well, actually, I don't know if it's.
It could be grape juice. It could have been chicha. It could have been anything, but y'all wine. Crazy as hell. And she's fantastic. Christianity makes her a better person because she doesn't use it to bludgeon people over the head and enforce her doctrinal bullshit on everybody. And she deals with me being a red savage who, if I walk into the church, I burst into flames. Or, as actually happened, the church itself bursts into flames. The last time I went to church with her, the church burned down.
It did.
It really did.
Anyhow,
permaculture is very much the same way. Permaculture can be an instrument for education, for understanding your relationship with the nature, for well-intended, if delusional ideas of how sustainable agriculture could work for everybody. It won't, but at least it's well-intended. Or you go the other way, and you could be a dick, and oh God. I mean, it's the parallels of Christianity are unreal. Anyhow, who's next? Chibi Panda. Also random questions. Do you like comic books or superhero movies, or do you have a favorite superhero or cartoons? I've never been into comic books or superheroes.
Neither have I really.
Cartoons, Simpsons, South Park, Looney Tunes, King of Hill. That's probably about it. Yeah, I was never into comic books because there was too much. I don't know. I went to fucking middle school and high school with a bunch of rich kids, and there was like, when I was in 6th grade, which would have been around like 94?
No.
93. Yeah, like 93. Like 93, 94. I was in 6th grade. And I went to school with rich people for the first time. And these motherfuckers, like they were doing like Marvel trading cards was a big thing, and they were expensive as shit. And everybody had like a notebook of the damn things, and I couldn't participate. And so like since 6th grade, I was like, man, fuck some superheroes, because I just associated with expensive stuff that I couldn't afford. So yeah, nah. Jim 7175, possum over drunken leghorn.
Like
a drunk possum?
With a possum. Yeah,
I would drink with a possum.
Absolutely.
They're nasty little cusses, but I'd still drink with
They
one.
probably make their own moonshine.
They probably drink their own piss, and it's fermented. You know they would. They're nasty as hell. As you continue to grow, just know Canada would welcome you with open arms and plenty of good farmland up here. Good, because as soon as shit hits the fan up here, I'm coming straight to y'all. I'm gonna be your problem. Have all the maple syrup ready. Don't you beat our asses like you beat Indians up there. I know how y'all Canadians are. Act all polite and shit until hockey or Indians are involved. And y'all lose your shit. I heard about them.
I would love to be a hockey hooligan. I love watching hockey.
That sounds expensive and cold.
No. I just want to watch it. I don't want to play it.
You don't want to play hockey. You just want to watch. You want to sit in a cold, ice cold arena for hours and watch large padded white men just slam into each other as hard as they could.
It's wonderful.
It's basically cold football without the tights. And you know you like the tights because you like some
I
ass.
think there's more fighting though.
There is more fighting. It's actually encouraged.
Yeah.
Right, correction. I will watch hockey because it means white people beating the hell out of each other, and it's hilarious. Anyway, let's see next. Your wife is glorious.
Aww,
you are a great couple.
you.
Thank you, Phoebe, 1939. for contributing $10 to the Chicken Factory of the Future.
Yes.
Kitty M83, I'm curious, do you know anything about Smart Chicken? How much are they lying about their practice?
Sounds intriguing.
Smart Chicken sound like oxymoron. Smart Chicken sounds like
The first thing I thought
kind
of was
colonizer.
a smart toilet. You know how they're talking about smart toilets that like take your
It pulls the
metrics and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you meant something else.
No.
I thought it
Yeah.
was mechanical.
No.
Massage.
I don't know if smart toilets are on the market yet, but I remember reading about them and people were worried about like medical security and if the towel that your toilet could get on you would
I'm gonna measure your doo-doo and I'm gonna send it to the president.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what sort of data they were getting, but something.
The doo-doo data. They're gonna tell you all about your ass.
Okay, but that's probably not what smart chicken is. But that was the first thing I thought.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell smart
Do you
chicken is. I
want
don't
me
want to know.
look it up?
Huh?
Where's my phone? Where's my phone?
I have no idea where
Look
you're.
up.
You go right ahead and look up smart chicken and see what the hell happened. Pablo Marquis asks, I got to sign off before I spend my car note. LMAO. Oh, thank you, Pablo. I appreciate you contributing $20 to the Chicken Factory of the Future. Love you guys so much. Thank you for being a very needed voice of reason in this ass backwards world. I appreciate you more than you know. Thank you. Appreciate you. Rebecca Hall is your wife's doppelganger. Look up Rebecca Hall. Who that? Why are you all the way over there? You all the way over there.
She looks kind of familiar, and
Rebecca
I don't
Hall?
see it, but I'll take it.
Jimmy, you don't know what you look like. I tell you what you look like and tell you. She looked like an HOA president.
Well, in that picture,
She looks like she hates black people.
Yeah,
Oh, what's that?
the other ones are better.
That's a dress kind of like the one you were wearing when you met. Look, she was wearing an orange dress just like that.
Wasn't I?
Yeah, except your titties weren't quite out that much. They was out though. Titty. Anyway, yeah,
See it? I mean, I'll take it. It's very, very complimentary.
I mean,
I
she
want to
got,
look up smart chicken.
okay, you look up smart chicken. I live in the UK. How can I support your business without buying your products? By doing exactly what you just did, contributing £5 to the Chicken Factory. Huh?
It says, taste the air chill difference with smart chicken. Our commitment to quality at every step means you experience the best tasting chicken
Give me
on
that.
the market.
Why is there a damn baby?
I think you clicked.
I clicked on the wrong thing. That's not a smart chicken at all. You look like a dumbass baby. Don't even pay taxes. Don't work. Don't vote. Just eat, sleep, and what have you done?
I don't know.
Go
There
to
you
a
go.
smart chicken.
Okay, look at us using
A
internet.
smart chicken. So intelligent. Taste the air chilled difference. Our promise. We believe in providing wholesome, great tasting chicken through our unique air chilling process, which delivers exceptional tenderness and flavor without adding
Thank
water.
you, Joe Schmo. Appreciate it.
Every product reflects our commitment
Thank you,
to,
Mrs. Is.
to qual-
Appreciate it.
to quality, so you can enjoy better chicken in every meal and
Torta
truly
food.
taste the air chilled difference. Ooh, we can read their story. Oh, God damn it. These better be Indians. I swear to God, I'm going to shit my ass. Nope, that's the whitest woman I've ever seen in my life. Just
Maybe
squatting
she-
down doing, huh?
Maybe she dyes her hair.
Ain't no native person on the planet dye their hair blonde. No. There's certain black women that do that. Native people don't do that. They'd rather shave it off, including them crazy-ass Ojibwe women. Anyway, There Comes a Poultry was founded in 1998 based on a simple goal to produce the fresh chicken in the United States. We set out to study every step involved in raising and processing chicken so as to define and implement methods which we determined would result in the highest. This is a long-ass sentence. In other words, we do things the right way, not necessarily the easiest, fastest, or most efficient way. But then they got one of these access to be, just.
But look how many accesses there are.
I'm a shit my ass. What do you mean? Look how many? Look, all right. You see that? You see a bunch of chickens just grazing, sort of, kind of on the outside. They scared to death of that white one with a broad brimmed hat. You know, you can't trust no white one with a broad brimmed straw hat. See, no comment because she knows it's true. Nope, false. Exactly. She knows the truth. She knows the truth. Look at her.
Only white women you can trust.
You cannot trust a white woman with a broad brimmed straw hat.
Because they know what they are. She isn't wearing hers, so it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, they know what they are. What that mean? The Nazi know what they is. Shit.
I know.
She would call the police on me if I delivered to
I'm a
her.
vampire, and hence
Huh?
I'm going to wear my hat and my sun protection all the time.
Fuck all that. Just stay inside where you belong. Anyway,
I
let's
also
see.
do that.
Let's see. Yeah. So what I'm seeing here is a very small number of chickens on the outside of a very large barn. And that very large barn indicates there's probably about 35 times more chickens inside that barn than outside that barn. And then chickens don't appear to want to come outside all that bad. And so this is what you would call a standard free range operation that operates the way all the other free ranges do, except they've got their own processing facility.
I don't know. You should
And
probably
they call it a smarter chicken.
read it before you.
What do I need to read? They're all the same. They're all the same. Look at the barn. Then this is their showpiece. It don't get no better.
His initial reaction.
That's my initial reaction. Look, there's another one. It's the exact same thing. With another suspicious white woman with a broad brimmed straw hat.
It's
Yeah, I know.
okay.
Karen husband with oh Jesus Christ. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah, no, just no.
Okay, his
No.
answer to that is no.
My answer is
And
no.
You're where you need to be.
Where the hell am I?
You're right there. Last thing.
Last thing, I'm making tortas. Joanna, torta for your torta. ¿Qué es un torta?
Like a cake?
You're a cake.
Mm.
If you look up what a torta is, before I wind up agreeing to freaking Mexican butt plug or something being delivered to my front door. Not that there's anything wrong with a butt plug.
Just kidding.
What?
It's a massive crusty sandwich, sir.
I want a big old crusty sandwich. Yes, send me a torta. Gracias. Let's see. A with sound system says, Unc, you need to wax your nose. Oh,
But
do
then,
I?
Sure, says your nose.
Which boogers exactly do you lick on you? Is it this one?
Anyhow, tell me about my nose. Tell you about your nose. Inspect my booty hole. How about that? Anyway, let's see. Your nose holes are very clean. Oh, virtual juror refutes you, but with $8 less. So I guess he was more committed.
Oh.
Yeah, $10 committed telling me my nose is full of shit. But then we got one person saying that $2 says my nose holes are very clean. So $8 says I got a shitty nose. You keep talking shit, you're gonna see my ass. All this. Watch what happened there. Anyhow, invalid user 6431. Thank you for clarifying. East versus west. Shit! What happened to my damn thing? Okay, there it is.
Because you take too long, so ahead.
Stop telling me I take too long. This thing ain't made for black people. Black people are long-winded. It's with profile. I hate it. Anyhow, soror. We have 30 plus chickens for eggs and 4 ducks. That's 4 ducks too many. When walking around the chickens, working on the coop, the rooster can be aggressive. Neck feathers rise, lunging. How do you handle the situation safely?
Kick 'em.
I was going to say, this motherfucker like to stick his neck out. You take your hand, because you got 5 of them, and you grab around his little rooster neck, and you just give him a quick shake, and then you just chop his head smooth off. You know what I'm saying? And you pull the feathers off. You got to pull all the feathers off. You pull all the feathers off his ass. You don't have to dry pluck it because you're not a savage. You're going to dunk it in some water. Water going to be about 135 to 145 degrees. You're going to dunk it from, you need it to go in and out like this. You need to go in and out like that, and so to agitate the feather. Put a little bit of Dawn soap, a little dish detergent in the water, so you can penetrate the awls. Penetrate the awls in the feathers and get that skull down to the skin. Pull all the feathers out. You cut a little slice above the vent. You rip his asshole smooth up. You take your hand in like this across the keel bone. You turn it upside down. You pull out the entire gut assembly, including the liver and the heart. Separate off the liver and the heart. You can take that liver. You can eat that, fry that up later. You can turn it into petri. You can do whatever you want. But take that heart and make maybe a little taco with it. Maybe put in a little Thanksgiving gravy or something like that. That's real nice. And then you toss the rest of the guts away. You can take the gizzard if you're a nasty country ass motherfucker. You can open that bitch up and you take all the shit out of it. There's gonna be a lot of shit in it. And after you've done cutting the hell out of yourself and your hands all cramped up because you done cleaned out the gizzard, then you want to chill that bird down to 40 degrees within 4 hours, and then you're going to let it rest for about 24 hours. You're going to let it rest for at least 24 hours because if you do before 24 hours, the lactic acid is still going to be. It's going to be tough and nasty as shit. All right, and then after it's done chilling, you're gonna probably spatchcock that son of a bitch, or you can debone that son of a bitch. You want it? Am I boring you with my cock cooking technique? Huh? I'm gonna lick your head. Anyhow, you gonna take that cock and you're gonna put it in a crock pot. You're gonna put some red wine. You're gonna put some rosemary. You're gonna put some chicken stock. You're gonna put some onion or some shallot. You're gonna put some garlic. You might put a little ginger, not too much. You might put something for a little spice. Maybe a little bit of chipotle in the dough, just a little bit, not too much, because you don't want the conflict with the red wine. You understand? Am I missing anything? A little bay leaf, maybe. A little bay leaf. Okay, and then you're gonna slow cook that some bitch 4 to 6 hours until fork tender, and you're gonna cook some rice. You're gonna cook some rice toward the end. You're gonna get you a nice long grain, fragrant rice, like a jasmine rice, like a basmati rice. You gonna steam that rice real nice, and then you're gonna take an ice cream scoop. You're gonna make it real fancy. It's gonna be a real round thing of rice, and you're gonna drop the chicken on top of it. Okay, and you're gonna drop the chicken on top of it, and then you're gonna serve it to your lady, and then she's gonna sit on your face, and then you will live happily ever after.
And
Yep.
that's how you deal with a rooster?
That's how you deal with a rooster. It ends with you getting your face sat on.
Well, there you go.
I'm solutions oriented. Anyhow, let's see. Next, I know this is mad late, but from New York, thank you for contributing $2 to the Chicken of Tomorrow Factory. Howdy from suburban Chicago. I didn't realize Chicago had suburbs. The Uncle Alert is in the way. I appreciate you, Fire Roses. I just recently found your channel and really enjoy it. Thank you so much for contributing. $20, 10,000 COP. What the hell is COP?
I have no idea.
I don't know what currency COP is, but I just got 10,000 of them. Just recently started a tech business. At what point did you realize you needed to hire employees for your business instead of doing it yourself?
we realize that over and over again every single year.
No, but like that, what is so? So there's the point where you plan your business to where you know what your org chart needs to be like. Right now, like I know, like so the way our farm is staffed right now, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 people reporting directly to me. Mason has like 6. Like you have an org chart, you know what jobs need to be filled and how long they take. Like you're going to get into an intuitive sense of that. The hard part is if you start out undercapitalized, which a lot of businesses do, you're going to run into that problem of, I know I need help, but I can't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
And so the longer you keep doing more than your job, which should be managing and guiding your business, like you should try to get out of the technical parts of your business as quickly as you can. But the longer you're absorbing those technical roles, the harder it gets to get out. Because the thing is, like, if I'm packing pet treats instead of doing business development, if I'm directing the kill crew instead of looking for investors, or like looking for an opportunity missed with sales, or like something that only I can do, you're sacrificing your ability to make more money to save money. And that turns into an infinite loop for a lot of people. That's kind of where founder syndrome comes from. It's what prevents you from growing, basically. And it's the scariest thing in the world to make that leap. And it's impossible to make that leap if you don't have the capital you need to do it. So what I would recommend, if you're finding yourself undercapitalized for whatever reason, you're going to need some kind of injection of capital to make you comfortable with making that leap. Because yeah, it sucks to like take out a line of credit or go into debt or bring in an investor or dig into savings or do whatever it is you have to do to hire somebody for give yourself like 3 months of runway for somebody to take on some role that's sucking up a whole bunch of your time, but you can transfer over to somebody else. And then use that free time to develop more business so you can actually afford them. And then you kind of just have to rinse and repeat that. But yeah, you realize it right away. Like when you're like, I mean, in tech, I don't know, like I've never run a tech business. I've been a tech manager. I've been like a near C-suite executive in tech, but I've never run the business. It's never been my baby. But I just get the feeling that anybody running a business has an intuitive sense of, this is some like rote repetitive thing that I could write into an operations manual and turn over to somebody. Like this does not need me. And there's a difference, and I guess this is important too. There's a difference between perfect and good enough. You have to get used to good enough. So like I will pack pet treats and fulfill orders and do deliveries better than anyone in my business. But it is not necessary for it to be perfect. It is good enough to hand that off to Gabby and Jay and Cam and Mason, and 90% of it is done right, and I have to clean up 10% of it. That is much better than getting that thing perfect. So I hope that helps a little bit.
That's a name where it's like giving it. Oh, shoot.
Hmm?
I can't remember the name of that term.
Yeah, I'm sure they talk about it in business school and shit all the time, but yeah. James Cudahy, 46.99. Brother, I've shared your channel with everyone I know. Best content I've seen on here in years. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. If we can see the polite people in Canada. We're gonna move to Canada when the shit hit the fan down here. Let's see. Super ass Dan, keep fighting the man. I will. You're a representative of the man. Anyhow, your daddy's kind of the man.
It's kind of the definition of the man.
Anyhow, let's see. My greatest predator is SPF 50. I don't tan. I become slightly more determined mayonnaise. Damn. Come down to the DR and drink some rum with me. White guy who isn't a turd. I would love to drink rum in the DR.
Oh yeah, that sounds nice.
Yep, last time I went to the Dominican Republic, it was with a buddy of mine. He got married in the Dominican Republic at Excellence Punta Cana Resort, where a bunch of the boys went off the resort against the advice of everyone on the resort. An Indian dude, a little black dude from Baltimore, a Chinese dude.
Was Danny?
Oh yeah, Danny was there. D-Tang, Rohit, Marcus, Phil. And I feel like there was one more. Nate didn't go because Nate's not an idiot.
No, who was the
he was getting married.
Friend?
That was Marcus.
Marcus. Okay.
Yeah, I guess it was the four of them. Yeah, two little black dudes, like a little skinny black dude and a little short fat black dude. D-Tang, who was a Chinese dude with Jewish hair, and Rohit, little skinny Indian dude. I love the Dominican Republic. Let's see. Thoughts on farming exotic meat: ostrich, crocodile, kangaroos, cats. Damn. Everybody eats pussy. so there was maybe not everybody. Yeah.
They just don't sound very tasty.
The world would be huh? What are we talking about? Exotic animal.
You can comment on the comments.
Yes, you can comment on the comments. You just clicking shit.
I just want to see.
You be clicking shit. See this? See why white people always exploring. You exploring, pushing buttons and shit. White girl, better investigate.
Poke.
Yeah, poke, exactly. And then get the black guy killed. I've seen that in every movie ever. Anyhow, exotic meat, ostrich, crocodile, kangaroos. If you are independently wealthy and don't give a shit, knock yourself out. Exotic meats, there's almost no market for it. It will be incredibly expensive to raise. You will have to do your own seed stock in addition to raising whatever it is for meat. It's not like you're going to find a kangaroo hatchery. So like you're going to be on the hook for damn near the entire supply chain. That sounds really expensive. It sounds really unpleasant. It sounds like an incredible learning curve. But if you're a multi-millionaire and you can just throw money at it, like basically get into exotics if you could also consider opening a winery. Cause nah. No. I've heard crocodile is delicious though, or at least alligator. I don't know about crocodile.
Yeah.
I assume they taste similar. Seal of Metatron says, no question, just wanted to donate. Love your videos. Thank you so much for donating $5 to the Chicken Factory of Tomorrow. Max Knightley, a question for your wife. How do you deal with his corny jokes on a daily basis? I'm going to just center you.
Because I think I might be just as corny.
Midnight Confessions.
Two corny cornballs over here eating corn.
We introduced your people to corn. Yeah, she corny as hell. She a Argyle sweater wearing, Talbot's shopping, white lady from Charlottesville. So you know, he corny as hell, but love it to death. Look at her, she's magnificent. Anyhow, let's see. Thank you for my uncle alert. I keep forgetting that's actual prize and not something to piss me off. I'm sorry. I'm triggered by advertisements because I'm a millennial. Lifelong vegetarian. I love your content. Say hi to Dan the Mountain Jew for me. I will. In fact, I might just text Dan. Oh wait, I can't. I can't fuck with my phone because somehow it's connected to my shit. Last time I did it, yeah, it kicked me off. It was weird. I will tell Dan the Mountain Jew that you said hello. Let's see. Kitty M83 said the side tells me all I need to know. Basically, you signed at me. Tell me you love me. You want to date me. Have you ever considered diversifying into any produce farming? Hell no. If farming, running your business,
We did.
we did
We didn't.
before I knew better.
Yeah.
If farming, running your business, or filming left you any time for crafts or hobbies, what would you do? So yeah, for the first question, we considered it at one point. But we made we made a strategic decision 3 years ago, maybe even 4 years ago. Like 4 years ago, to concentrate diversifying within poultry instead of across to other animals. So you can I won't even call this conventional wisdom because it's not conventional wisdom. Like this is actually the alternative thing that you diversify by doing, like chickens and pigs and produce and rabbits and blah, blah, blah. And if something happens to one, then the others will back you up and blah, blah, blah. The way that works in real life is that if you have like 5 lines of business, each of which is drawing 20% of your revenue, and you lose something catastrophically for some reason, you lose 20% of your revenue, you are fucked. So it doesn't really matter because across your whole business in agriculture, you're looking at margins of like maybe 10%, 15%, maybe. You lose 20% of revenue, you're done. Having negative $20,000 ain't a whole lot different than having negative $40,000 if you're like in small business status. So instead of diversifying that way, we decided, okay, we're going to focus on chicken, and then we're going to diversify into whole animals, parted products, pet treats, cooked food, ready to eat stuff, and mutual aid. And if anything fails, that's what insurance is for. And that makes life a lot easier. It makes your capitalization costs a lot lower. You have less like capex to get things rolling because you don't have to buy, fencing for this animal, fencing for that animal, predator control for this animal, predator control for that animal, pesticides for this, anti-fungicides for that. Like, it's every new line of business you go into is going to have its own capital costs, and capital costs will eat your ass alive in agriculture. So that is why we don't do that. And the second question, if farming, running your business, or filming left you any time for crafts or hobbies, what would you do?
Your mosaics, beading. You've done both of those things before.
I have. I don't know if I'd jump back into them all that hard.
No, not the mosaic.
The weird hobby I would probably get into is tobacco cultivation. To do my own ceremonial tobacco and to roll my own cigars. I think we kind of have the climate for it, sort of.
I would imagine.
Virginia burley is a strongish tobacco, and like Tabac grows well up here. So yeah, that'd probably be the first thing I fooled around with after I crushed all my enemies and heard the lamentations of the women. Let's see. Next shit. Where'd it go?
Pablo coming back again and again. Okay, now last thing.
Pablo. Okay, now last thing. If y'all like planes, come to EAA. What is EAA? Is that an airport?
I don't know.
What is EAA? See if there's an EAA airport. Use your phone. It is connected to the internet. Through the internet, we can know all things and also be misled about those things.
EAA.
It's an airport.
Experimental Aircraft Association.
I don't like experimental or aircraft.
Based in Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
No, EAA airport. I think that's an airport code.
Oh.
Like IAD.
Yeah, EAA airport.
Yeah, that. What that's
code.
Belongs to Eagle Airport.
In
State
Alaska.
in Eagle, Alaska.
I do want to go to Alaska.
I'm terrified of Alaska. Guess we have different views on that subject.
If that is indeed where it is.
Yes, if we like planes. I don't know. I don't like being in the air. I'm a ground native.
A ground
I appreciate you. If I get drunk enough to get on a plane, I will come visit you in EAA, Alaska. Let's see. Andy VB asks, how do I find farmers in Virginia Beach to sell chicken that matches your quality? I don't trust anybody. Hell yeah. And you won't come to my house. No, yeah, I won't come to your house yet because we had an incident where we weren't able to get down there quite yet because pet treats took off because the internet got to grab the opportunities where they come up. if you go to blackfarmersindex.com, there is a state-by-state registry of small family-run, for the most part, black farmers that might be able to service your direct area. There are a lot in Virginia, and there should be a lot in the Tidewater, I would think. So that would be your best bet, I believe. Let's see. Papa Penguins, dodging tortas, earning cervezas. See, cerveza means beer.
Yes, that one I do.
I'm smart. I'm multilingual. Let's see. Anguisette donates $20 to the Chicken Factory of Tomorrow. Greetings from Idaho. I love your content for the Chicken Factory of the Future. See, they even said Chicken Factory of the Future. I didn't even have to say it. Thank you. I appreciate you. Suitable for treatment. Damn. $49.99 for the Chicken Factory of Tomorrow. I live in the Monterey Bay Area, California, which is expensive as shit. So I am slightly outside of your range of sales. Yes, ever so slightly, except for pet treats, which deliver nationwide at www.blackbirdcoop.com. What can we as consumers do to properly assess the practices of local farms and ranches to determine if they align with our values? So that's the thing, right? This is the kind of thing I don't like about the whole, like, did I just accidentally turn off Lord of the Rings? Shit! Hold on, I'm having a slight panic attack. I need to turn my Lord of the Rings back on. It's my damn background music, make me feel better. Hold. 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 Okay, good. It resumed. Anyhow, so yeah. So there's this thing, right? Like with raw milk, people are like, raw milk is safe as long as you can verify that the farm is clean and that the cows are healthy and well fed and fed a nutritious diet. And the problem is that people in the public have no idea how to gauge what clean means. Like people in the public will see things that look clean and aren't. They will see things that look filthy and wrong and abusive and blah, 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 and they're fine. Your general member of the public has very little idea how to evaluate what they're looking at, which a lot of farmers take an awful lot of advantage of. So it's going to be one of those things where if you see a farmer online, like, you know, they're like us, they show you what their fields look like, what their shit looks like. If that matches what you're expecting and that's what they're actually doing, then that's about as close as you can get. But like, you can't look at a cow standing in the field and tell, does it have bovine leukosis? You don't know. Farmers don't know. Like a vet will know. Farmer won't know until there's like something wrong with production. It's like that's a hard thing. Like that's why labels and standards and third-party evaluations and things exist, because you're having to trust some independent agency's expertise because they don't have a dog in the fight. So, you know, I used to be really big into like the beyond organic thing and like, you know, don't use labels, don't use third-party certifications because, like, you know, trust your own eyeballs and blah, blah, blah. But the longer I've spent in this business, the more self-serving I've found that to be in favor of farmers. So, you know, maybe the best thing you could do is, it's pretty easy to look up what the requirements are, especially for like if you're going after something specific like eggs or pasture-raised chicken or something like that. Look up what the criteria are for AWA, like animal welfare approved, certified humane, and like make that checklist. And if you talk to a farmer, like ask them, like it's totally understandable that they won't necessarily go for a third-party certification because they are expensive, they're intrusive, they're kind of a pain in the ass. Most like small outfits can't really afford it because the auditing is just wild. But like ask them, like, you know, look, I know you're not going to go for AWA because it's a fucking pain in the ass, but you know, how much square feet do your chickens have? How much time do they actually spend outdoors once they're out of the brooder? what are you feeding them? What is the content of what they're being fed? How often are they being fed? Do they have continuous access to feed? Are you one of those people who just throws them like kitchen scraps and shit? Because that's basically a form of abuse. Like ask line by line, like, do you follow this practice? If not, why not? And they can come up with a reason why not. And if it's convincing to you, great. If it's not, I think that's as close as you can get. Let's see. Next, Zachariah Cabelli asks, do you know No Panic Button? I have no idea who that is. CR Superman donates $20 to the Chicken Factory tomorrow as Indian in-law introduced me to butchering chicken. We had a chicken funnel. He gave me the knife. It was dull as a butter knife. And I had to hack through that chicken like it was a tree, all while the chicken was screaming. Jesus Christ. Yeah. If you're slaughtering chickens, a dull knife is not your friend. And I mean that literally. Like, dull knives hurt people. Mm-hmm. Like that's more of a, I mean, it's an animal humaneness thing for goddamn sure. But Jesus. But dull knives, like, if you have to push really hard with a dull knife and you slip and you do something wrong, you'll cut your fucking fingers off. Like that shit happens all the time in butcher shops. So yeah, I'm so sorry for you and for the chicken that y'all had to go for that shit. Let's see. The Strongbringer 8751 donates $20 to the Chicken Factory tomorrow. As often as you mention sitting on faces, I cannot find the OnlyFans account. I guess I'll just donate here. That is correct. Yes, my only OnlyFans account is reverse OnlyFans, where you pay me or else I take my clothes off. Let's see. Zena Pupper donates $5. Hello, we are a small starting homestead. Any advice for keeping our chickens safe from predators? Yes. The best thing for predators is human proximity. Second best thing, livestock guardian dogs. Third best thing, underground netting that goes down at least 12 inches, but preferably 18 inches, and use hardware cloth, not chicken wire.
Do you do that?
No, fuck no. Okay. This is a homestead. They're probably in a permanent thing. Fourth best thing, radios, loud, deployed at random times, and tuned to talk radio stations. Fifth best, wild, wacky, inflatable flailing arm tube man, like you see outside of the fucking like used car dealerships and shit. CDs, flags, anything that flashes, especially for aerial predators, stuff like that. And that's about the best you can do. But if you can have dogs around, that is usually the best thing.
Do dogs keep away hawks and stuff?
Oh hell yeah, okay. Yeah. Hawks don't want to fuck with dogs. Especially like a high energy dog. Like if you have a little fat ass pit bull like we have, just gonna lay there like a potato, then yeah, no, you want like a high energy, you want a freaking like Aussie cattle dog or a freaking Pyrenees or something that's either super active or just pissed off all the time. That's gonna be your best bet. Let's see. Next, Transfer Moto Girl asked, hey, just want to thank you at the bare minimum for showing some support for us trans folk. Even a remark or a shirt makes me feel safe and seen. You are most welcome. Everybody deserves humanity and to be seen for who they are, especially when who they are ain't fucking hurting nobody and ain't nobody's damn business anyway. Let's see. Papa Penguin donates $5. Says biggest advice is being able to grow a snidely whiplash mustache. Don't be a bitch. Alternatively, you could be miserable. Thank you. I appreciate you. And yes, I've been working on the evilness of my mustache for a very long time. Sunshine Therapy, thank you for providing, well, not an ass, I guess. Thank you for providing education and laughter, two of the most powerful tools. You are very welcome. Thank you so much. Jim7175, $20, 4X mashing for the trans support. Oh, thank you. I appreciate y'all. The Cosmic Slice, another Canadian who very much appreciates your content, especially given the current political climate. Your videos deserve to be seen by everyone. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all the way up there in Canada. Guninzo asked, do you think you will ever run for office, make changes to the system? That is extremely unlikely, only because I think I will be able to be more influential and powerful as a semi-major regional employer than as one vote in a legislature.
And your wife has no poker face, so you'll be saying something and I'll be behind you like,
you don't have a poker face and I don't have a poker face. Because that's the other thing. Like, somebody says some dumb racist shit to me out of pocket. Like, I'm just going to Charles summon your ass. Like, I'll beat your ass with a cane. Like, I don't give a fuck. So yeah, I would make a bad politician. Be an extremely non-influential politician. Yeah, I'm better behind the scenes, where arm twisting and headlocks are easier. Anyhow, let's see. Ah, shit, it's going away again.
There was
Look what you've done.
a little too far.
Too far?
There you go.
Here we are. The Electric Bridge asks, as a business owner, would you say there is overall value in the staffing industry? Also, what happened to Josh? Love the content I had.
Where is Josh? Have you heard from him?
He's in Baltimore.
I know
He swings by the shop like every 3 weeks.
Oh, good. Is he doing okay?
No. I mean, he's Josh. If it was me, Josh is fine.
Young.
Josh is young.
He's young and having an
And
adventure.
Josh is very much having interesting times. Would I say there's overall value in the staffing industry? I don't know. Like we're not at the scale where we need to rely on like recruiters and staffing organization. I mean, we use Indeed and ZipRecruiter. Well, we don't use it. We use Indeed. I don't necessarily recommend them over anybody else. I just haven't tried anybody else. So yeah, that is useful as opposed to like posting jobs on our website and stuff like that. Like having a ready candidate pool is fantastic. At some point, we will need to turn that over to HR professionals because we're already at the point where having to hire people is becoming disruptive to the people operating the business. Like you're at one point where you're hiring everybody yourself, you're interviewing everybody yourself, you're doing all the stuff. There comes a point where that starts to get in the way because you're doing it often enough, where it becomes kind of a pain in the ass, and you need kind of maybe a stable of backups for hires and stuff like that. And we are rapidly approaching that point, but we're not there quite yet. Josh fell in love with someone 15 or 20 years his senior.
Stop! You don't need to blow up his business.
He pulled a 40-year-old. That's a compliment. Are you kidding me?
All right.
He's like a 22-year-old embryo. So yeah, Joshy got him a big fish, and ran on up there. And he bought himself a shell of a house. He's renovating it, and he's back in the area every now and then. He pops in, he goes, "What's happening?" Then he fucks off, or Mason puts him to work. And yeah, that's that. Josh is doing all right. Let's see. Magdalena 5652 donate $50 to the Chicken Factory tomorrow. I appreciate you so much. So glad I joined. Love watching the both of you interacting. Yeah, we be interacting. I'm particularly anyway. It was the whiskey of choice: peaty, sweet, spice. What's your poison? I prefer a sweet whiskey for the most part, which is ironic because all the whiskeys that I have right now do not really have sweet profiles, except kind of for the Woodford, which is what's here now.
Wait, what is the Four Roses? That's not considered a sweet.
I would call Four Roses spiced. It's kind of spicy.
Really?
I think so.
Oh, then I guess I have no idea what I'm tasting then.
Yeah, usually the
What's
I mean, in my experience, the younger
what about
bourbons.
Whiskey Pig?
Whistle Pig, the 10-year. Oh, that's definitely not sweet.
Oh.
No. My favorite.
They were all sweet.
My favorite other ones I've got right now is the Four Roses single barrel. The Blanton's is nice. It's a little strong for me. I've got a Whistle Pig 10-year that's okay. I don't love it. Woodford is kind of my go-to. Like that's my rail bourbon. The Maker's 47 is kind of sweet, I think. Some might disagree. But yeah, I prefer them on the sweeter side if I can. Let's see. Jody says, firstly, superfuck the super chat character limit being tied to the amount. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
that's hilarious. What was the name of the book your wife called homework earlier? Oh, that was the Politics by Alan Ryan. Yeah, that is a ponderous read. That is 1,000 pages of Western political history.
I was right. Look, Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
What?
EAA is the largest air show in the world.
Oshkosh?
Wisconsin.
Oh, EAA is the largest air show in the world. Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Big deal. Super popular worldwide. Would love to see you at my store. Batteries Plus. Oshkosh. I heard Wisconsin is the drinkingest state by far in America.
That's right, it is. I forgot.
I would
that
love to get
little
fucked up in
tidbit.
Oshkosh. And that's a lot closer than Alaska, which terrifies me.
Still want to go to Alaska.
I'm also slightly terrified of Wisconsin. But hey,
I know nothing about Wisconsin other than
they're the drinkingest state in the union. That's all that
apparently
matters.
they have the yay.
And they're the home of Green Bay Packers,
Oh yeah,
which is a nonprofit and
just like all the others.
is owned by the team. No, the NFL.
Really?
The NFL is a nonprofit. The teams are not nonprofits.
Oh.
The NFL itself is was a nonprofit. I think they stopped being a nonprofit recently
Yeah, I think you're right actually.
because the press was too bad.
I didn't know. I like that they're owned by the team.
Yeah,
That's
that's right.
lovely.
Let's see. Just wanted to show some love and appreciation as a Miss Cherokee Inuit Caucasian trans femme who really appreciates all you do. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Let's see. Day 17, 1973. Damn all that. What you think our commanders are going to do this year? Lose. I mean, I wish I knew. Like I said, I love football, but I can't watch it because it's impossible. If you don't have basic cable, which I don't, I refuse. I'm too young for that shit. And so you got to be subscribed to like 19 different streaming
really
services.
do.
I hate it. Like I ain't paying $200 a month to watch fucking football. What I look like. But I don't know. I don't know if Jaden Daniels was healthy right now. I don't know what the secondary looks like right now. I don't know. Yeah, I honestly have no freaking idea. I wish them all the best. I wish they had kept the Washington football team name though. That was cool. Oh god damn it. Hold. Where was I? Oh wait, here. Geonosis 849 donates $10 to the chicken factory tomorrow. Do you know of similar farms, butchers to yours that are in different parts of the country? Also, hello from a white dude from Texas. Trying not to be part of the problem and get invited to the cookout. I appreciate you trying to be not part of the problem.
I want that on a shirt.
Not part of the problem?
Trying not to be part of the. Trying not to be. What did he say?
Trying not to be part of the problem.
Yeah, trying not to be part of the problem.
Blackfarmersindex.org. They have a state-by-state listing, and there are a lot in Texas. Texas is a very big state, so hopefully they're near you. Let's see. Andy VB. My husband's a conspiracy theorist, but today he explained why a chicken titty was stringy. He gave the explanation you gave. You are saving marriages.
Yay!
That's fantastic because farms usually destroy marriages. Let's see. Next, Viper Mantis. What is it like being married to someone who is internet famous? I guess that one is for you.
It's funny.
People go, "Oh, you're the guy," and Annie goes, "He ain't shit."
No, it's just weird when like coworkers that I don't work with closely all of a sudden are like, "Oh, your husband is that guy," and I have to think about what videos they may have seen recently.
Yeah, I'll be saying stuff.
You do be saying stuff.
Saying all kind of shit.
Yeah, you do.
Like about getting my face hat on, like that, and it goes. Anyhow, let's see, next. What you mean stop? That ain't what you say. Anyhow, next. Where in the process do chicken products get salmonella? I love your content. Don't stop. Usually salmonella is going to happen on the processing floor when during the evisceration process. So it's usually carried in shit. So
the best ones are.
yes.
Campylobacter is also in shit.
Yes, Campylobacter is also in shit.
And E. coli.
And E. coli is also in shit. It's all in shit. It's like you said. So the shit happens. Number one, if you have a chicken that's going to slaughter that hasn't been fasting long enough, so you're supposed to pull their feed like 24 hours before they go into the knife, so it clears out their system. If there's something left in their system and they're still shitting by the time they're dead and they get all the way onto the evisceration floor, then shit coming into contact with skin, coming into contact with steel surfaces, water, stuff like that, getting on the chicken and staying on the chicken is usually where that's going to come from.
Like the pink bath, like Salatin's pink bath. Does he still do that?
What is the pink bath?
You don't remember? I think it was actually in his book. He has two like when he dips them in water. The first one is the pink bath. It's like the first rinse, and then the second one is the.
Oh yeah, I mean it. Yeah, there's. Well, no, they're not going back and forth, so it's not necessarily a cross contamination thing. But I mean, that's going to happen with any. It's basically chickens touching the same water, and that's going to happen in any water chill system. So it doesn't really matter that it's two buckets. Like it might as well be one giant bucket. It's kind of what the deal is. But they're supposed to be free of shit by the time they get to that water. If they're not, they're there is a low but possible potential for contamination because of fecal matter. It is extremely rare for the most part. Sometimes, I mean, it's weird. Sometimes cleanliness of plants can vary from inspector to inspector. Some inspectors are super strict, some are not. So a lot of it is kind of like pray and make sure you wash your goddamn chicken.
Wash your chicken and cook it well.
Yeah, I mean that's basically a wash your chicken and cook that shit to 165 so it can't survive. But yeah, that's how it's transferred. It's doo-doo, baby. Let's see. Next, Doc V411. You need chat mods. Yeah, I know. Let's see. Yeah, I do this kind of hood style. I mean, control freak. Let's see what else.
A control freak. Well, your chat probably just goes absolutely apeshit.
I don't know what's going on. I'm old.
Exactly.
In your opinion, are there any politicians out there really doing good things, at least for the future of agriculture in the United States? For agriculture, no. I mean, farmers fucking complain too much. Like, the funding environment and regulatory environment is extraordinarily friendly to farmers. Like, and people accuse me of like getting free money and shit all the time. It's, oh, you're black. All the programs are made for you. Blah blah blah. Everybody I know that's gotten big free money from the government is white people, getting, I mean, hundreds of thousands of dollars to expand processing facilities, to hire H2A laborers. Like I know, like I personally know a farmer who got 150 grand, like just straight free money from the government to pay H2A workers. I know another one that got $175,000 to set up a poultry processing facility. I know somebody else in Maryland. She got close to $1.5 million. Bought her land with it. Like this is like his free money for a white chick to buy land, buy equipment, like buy all this stuff. Like it made her like a millionaire overnight, and she didn't have to pay anything back. Like it's like I don't want to hear it from farmers about all this. Like, you know, the government isn't doing enough money for me. Shit. Like this is basically a socialist economy for agriculture in the United States. As long as you know how to read and write and fill out paperwork, shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. I just, farmers don't need more done for them, really. Farmers don't like the fact that you're producing a fungible commodity for the most part. And most mainstream farmers in the United States, like row croppers, most vegetable people, whatever, like they don't get to set their prices. And that's just the nature of commodities. If you're mining gold, you don't get to set the fucking price. It's a commodity. Like, every gold ingot is just like every other gold ingot. And it's the same for corn, same for soybeans, same for beef, same for everything else. If you want to be a price maker, then you have to get into niche products, or you have to do value add. You have to do what I'm doing. Like you have to actually start a business and stop sitting on your freaking tractor on auto steer at 30 miles an hour watching Pornhub. Like, fuck you. So yeah, like politicians have done more than enough for farmers. And yeah, I don't know. Politicians need to start doing something for the working class. Need to start doing something for all these people that are suffering from all this income inequality and wealth inequality out here. Farmers aren't in that group. Even when they say, farm bankruptcies are up like 50% or whatever, it's like, do you know how many farms fail every year? It's like damn near none. And so when it jumps by 50%, it's still not that many. So no, I'm very hard on farmers because farmers bitch way too much. Let's see. Next, I am an HR director in Cajun Displacement, Wisconsin, married to a POC. Thank you for being a positive voice for POC and be willing to give HR help. You are more than welcome. Amy Beam 802 donates $10 to the Chicken Factory tomorrow. Love your content, Chris. If you like sweet, try something double oaked, like breakfast in a glass. Cheers, all. Yeah, Woodford has a double oak that I need to try. I don't have a lot of double oak, which is weird because I do like sweet. Aaron Dawson, value stake in the Berg. Do you mean Fredericksburg, Harrisonburg? Which Berg are you referring to? I'm not sure which Berg you mean. Remo God, my apartment unit has a small chicken coop outside my window. Should I get one chicken or two chickens? And about how many eggs a month am I looking at? Chickens are flock animals. They prefer companions, so you probably want at least 2. How many eggs a month are you looking at? It's going to depend on what breed of chicken you get. White leghorns in the first month. I mean, the first month of laying, I assume is what you mean, because they're not going to lay their first egg until probably about 20 weeks old. White leghorns are quickly going to start popping out damn near an egg a day. If you get a sex link, you're looking at maybe 2 eggs every 3 days, and then it'll kind of go up and then go down. 2 chickens, I mean, I don't know how big your family is, but 2 chickens are usually going to produce enough for a family, like a family of 3 or 4, unless you're, I don't know, you got some like powerlifter in your family that's eating like friggin' 12 egg omelets every day or whatever. So yeah, you're not going to be drowning in eggs with 2 chickens, but you know, you're going to have enough, especially if it's just 1 or 2 people in the household. Shit, I lost my place again. I'm too far. The Berg. Rebel Peacock 660 asks, what is some financial advice you give someone who is just starting out? I want to buy a house and land. Someone who's starting out with farming. The advice I usually give people, if you think you want to farm for a living and not homestead or garden or what have you, is to start with marketing. If you can't sell, you're done. And that's what actually bricks most people. Most people can learn, like raising animals and raising crops actually is not that hard. The technicals are easy. Sales is hard. Marketing is hard. That's why people who are good salesmen and good marketers get paid so damn much. Because that shit is not easy, and that's where most farmers trip and fall all over themselves. So if you can, like, if you pick something that you think you want to grow and sell, like let's say you want to grow chickens for a living, or grow pork or grow beef or whatever, find a farmer who grows that stuff now, buy their stuff, buy lots of it so you can pay a wholesale price and see how much you can sell it for. And then once you know you can sell it for that price consistently, telling your story of why you're selling this other person's stuff and what you intend to do, like tell your story, craft your tale of who you are. If you can do that consistently, and then you can figure out how to backfill a production into that produces that product at the farmer's price or better, then buy land, then maybe buy a house, maybe then do all that stuff. But beyond that, I'd need a lot more information about your personal situation. I don't know what your net worth is. I don't know how much income you have. I don't know what kind of side hustles you can be involved in while you bootstrap. I don't know if you have partners. I don't know if you're married. I don't know if you got kids. Like there's a lot. Like that's basically asking for a life plan. I can't give that to you based on like a, I don't know, 100 character super chat, but appreciate you. Let's see. Next, the Bill Bruce as great content, love throwing some cash away just to piss off the racist fucks in chat. There's some racist jackass in my chat. See, this is what happens when you look at the people that's paid. Ain't nobody paying to be racist because they're all broke. But anyhow, let's see. Any chance you will get a mod for chat in the future? What the hell is going on in there?
What's going on?
Yeah, I think I might need to bust somebody out. Who is in here acting fool? Hold on. Where are you? Where are you? Oh God.
Or people just doing the letter.
Yeah, I don't know. How do I do that? Yeah, you go away. Go away forever. That. Let's see who's next. Oh my God.
Do we maybe need to get a mod?
I don't know.
I don't even know.
I don't know who's cool enough to add as a mod. Somebody named Orthodoxy. I might have blocked him already. Oh yeah, there it is. That suddenly stopped. Let's see. Let me make sure they're blocked. Yeah, that's there. That was the only option they gave me, is to put them in timeout. I put them in timeout for 24 hours. Oh man.
Timeout with you.
What are they writing up here?
No, thank you, friend.
Interesting. Anyhow. Go back to these real quick. That dude was acting a fool. Anyhow, where did I leave off? The most important question: beef versus buffalo versus chicken versus catfish. Taste only. Make a decision. I mean,
It would be beef or catfish for me. I'm really struggling.
I feel like chicken is the most versatile.
Yeah,
I'd probably go with chicken.
it probably is, but
You can do the most with it. I could see myself getting very bored with beef, especially with catfish.
I
And
don't think I'd ever get bored.
it's because you come from hearty Welsh stock. I just want beans and potatoes and beef and pork and wheat and ale. Where am I now? Would you ever do a live dedicated to answering just business questions or teach a class? I would do one.
A business live?
I would probably do a business live, yes. Teaching a class, probably not.
Live would be a good idea.
Huh? No, that's the best thing about being at the beach. What is your favorite pocket knife? I have no pocket knives. I have an oyster knife that I used to carry around on my belt. It's like a utility knife. That thing is sharp as
Is
shit.
that the one I got you?
Yeah, it's that big ass oyster knife that's basically too big to be an oyster knife.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, the thing cut through your hand. You wind up looking like Jesus. So yeah, that is that. And I think that's all the super chats, and we are at
Yay!
an hour and something. We got
We did it!
somebody else being weird that we're gonna put in. Oops. That's so friggin' funny. Oh man. Yeah, fuck off forever. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what it's like to be so white and so bored that all you do is jump on chats that I didn't even see until just now, and it's basically over. Oh man. Anyhow. But yeah, I'll definitely put in a mod next time. I think that's the first time that's happened on here. They're big mad because that post I did where that lady was asking for advice for a college student from black men
I
only.
liked that one.
Oh, there were a bunch of white people that can't stand that. Like,
why?
because y'all suck. You need to go get your people. Want to know the Fredericksburg secrets? Where's the beef? We actually don't sell to any restaurants in Fredericksburg, but where do we go that we like?
We go to coffee shop.
We do go. Yeah, Hyperion Coffee is actually really good.
We go cook it all.
And where? Oh yeah, what's the name of it? The all you can eat sushi is dope. What's the name of it?
Oishi.
It's Oishi. Yeah, it's like it's all you can eat sushi. It's freaking delicious.
Central Park, though.
So it's still Fredericksburg.
Yeah, it's not like downtown Fredericksburg. I don't know what they're looking for.
And then Costco Pizza.
Costco.
Um,
Costco pizza.
RC Chaos donates $2 for the Chicken Factory tomorrow. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I get that. Thank you. But yeah, they were big mad about that. A lot of people are mad about the whole life insurance thing. Dre.js, you should do an unemployed behavior tier list one of these days. Yes, top of the list is being in my comments and slowly typing out NIGGER. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, is that what they were typing?
Yeah, it took me a minute to figure it out because they were getting interrupted. I saw an N. Yeah, I think they had a typo when they were racist because
You can't even racist right.
you can't racist right. It's like y'all are that stupid. Yeah, dude, I freaking love when racists do it. It makes me so much money. It's not even fair. Like, every time you call me a nigga, I make $100. Like, knock yourself out. Like your broke ass. Let's see. The Ayam Samani is an Indonesian solid black chicken breed. Fibromelanosis causes everything from its feathers, beak, comb, and skin. Oh yeah, that's the really jet black chicken. Yeah,
I want one of those.
Yeah, those things are crazy looking. I dig it. You see this conservative guy, quote unquote, defending you because of the pronoun content, driving his car, talking about conservatives are the protect comedy crowd. No, I did not see that. Was that in the live? What's that guy's name? Orthodoxy school spelled hard R. I flipped out on him. Yeah, please. Yeah, that dude was big, man. It makes me so happy that I didn't notice it at all until the end. He's just sitting there in the chat, driving up engagement, making me money, calling me a nigger while I'm sitting in a $1 million beach house. And I've got one of your women. Anyhow, let's see. My students in FFA, what should they do to succeed? Stay away from the commodities markets for the most part. Assuming they're in FFA and are inherited something, mortgage lifters are your friends. Direct beef, direct veg, market gardening, truck farming are great ways to hedge against commodity prices. Government grants are your friend. And stay away from export crops if you can until there's a grown-up in the White House again, assuming that'll happen. Anyhow, yeah, I think that's the best I can offer. I am Trill Will. Love your content. You're an awesome creator. Salute to you. Thank you so much. Do you deliver to Maryland by chance? We deliver all over Maryland. We deliver pretty much everywhere in PG County, Charles County, Montgomery County. Excuse me, most of Howard County. What? Anne Arundel County, Annapolis. She's embarrassed because I'm belching because I am. Baltimore County, Baltimore City. Yeah, most areas in the DMV and around Baltimore, Pasadena, Glen Burnie, like all those places. Yeah, check us out. blackbirdcoop.com. Thank you, Suspiciously Convenient, for $5 for the Chicken Factory of Tomorrow. I should know how to pronounce his name. I grew up with Vietnamese people. I'm ashamed of myself. It's because I had bourbon. It's your fault. Why are you hiding your face?
Because I'm cold. My nose is cold.
I thought white people loved the bitter north.
No.
And that y'all are supposed to be able to survive cold, unpleasant, horrible, rainy, moist, gross beans and toast weather.
No.
See, my people are tropical people.
My family keeps moving successively down the coast. They landed in...
Yeah, white folks stay migrating, invading, interloping.
They landed in...
You landed on Plymouth Rock.
Yeah.
Which landed on us.
And then they just kept going south every generation.
Mm-hmm. And next thing you know, you got 10 children. Let's see. I volunteer as a mod. HR in real life. Chat dumbasses are dumb. Hold. Shit. Hold. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go.
Yay!
I have no idea what that is. Okay, there we go. All right, guess what? LSU Jack, you are now a moderator. Feel free to slay racists. Like, who be slaying racists?
You.
Like me. If I knew how to use the moderation feature. Anyhow, let's see. Des Design 21 asks, do you have to deal with any chemical plants nearby? No. The nearest chemical plant to us is that big old DuPont chemical factory that's in Richmond. That's huge. Let's see. Viper Mantis, how hard is it to deliver to the DMV? I've never done it. I don't know if the DMV would take kindly to. I mean, we deliver to military bases.
Just like we're in Tappahannock or something, like just the DMV.
I guess. I mean, the one in Tappahannock would probably be cool because they never
just
have
walk
anything.
in there and like go up to a window and be like, I'm looking for Johnny. And
At window number 9. Yeah, maybe. Depends on the DMV. Like if I walk into a DC DMV, I'll probably get shot. But yeah, I mean, maybe. Super Ass Dan asks, what are some cracker spirituals? Well, as you know, Sweet Caroline is one. Anything by Journey or The Outfield. Anything by Bon Jovi. Why am I? This is your specialty.
maybe Bruce Springsteen.
With your cold ass.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
If
probably
we're
Bruce
going
Springsteen.
back, maybe the Beatles.
Maybe John Mellencamp. Yeah. Her white expertise is frosted over because she's freezing her white ass off. Look at her. Anyhow, let's see. Next. Would you rather catch and freeze a whole tuna or process 100 chickens?
How big is the tuna?
Fucking huge, hundreds of pounds.
Oh. But it's just one?
But it's, I mean, am I thinking about something else? Can tuna weigh like 1,000 damn pounds?
Oh.
Ask your phone, how big can a tuna get?
Oh no.
Let me see what's going on in this main chat. See if any more racists showed up. Make me money. Somebody said 800 pounds, 300 pounds
Holy
plus. What?
Atlantic bluefin are capable of reaching up to 13 feet in length and weighing over 2,000 pounds.
Holy shit. Okay, yeah, up to 2,000 pounds.
They average 6.5 feet and 550 pounds.
Ah. Oh, what happened to all the racists?
Yellowfin is 400 pounds.
Yellowfin is 400? Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Hi, Ian. So to answer the question,
To answer the question, I think I need more information.
yeah, it depends on the size of the tuna. Like if it's a 300 pounder, that's like fucking up a pig. 100 chicken, like by myself. If it's by myself, definitely the tuna.
Yeah. Because you only have to take out guts once, even if it is a 300-pound animal.
Yeah, and there's no like special cuts with the tuna. Like there's.
You just slit it down the middle, right?
Yeah, it's basically you get the fillets off and you're straight. You cut off the bits. Whereas chickens, it's like a process. So yeah, we're going with tuna. Let's see. What did I miss? Your take on Warner not getting primary challenges. Yeah, that's not surprising. Because I mean, who's going to fund a challenge against Warner?
Mm-hmm.
You know, this country sucks. Could you recommend some knife companies that make quality blades for processing chickens and other meats as demoed in a few of your videos, please? Victorinox, you can never go wrong. It's probably the best value knife out there. I don't really have any bougie, like the two really nice knives that I have, the Hanasuki, and I forget the other, the long thin one I've got, were gifts from my homegirl. So I don't even know what brand they are, but she bougie as hell, so I know they're like good brands. You don't know what brand they are, do you?
I don't.
Yeah, I'm honestly not sure. Yeah, Victorinox, you can't go wrong though. Great knife. You see it in kitchens everywhere. Chefs swear by them. I can't find work in Canada, but I'm a dual citizen with my status card. I don't know if I should work in the States or go back to school for an academic upgrade. That depends on a lot. It depends on the education, your background, your experience, all kinds of stuff. School is expensive.
School is expensive. Is it expensive in Canada too?
Everything's expensive. Everywhere. Trade wall.
Well, some places will pay for your school.
That's true.
Depending.
I don't think Canada does though. Yeah, they're like America Junior over there. They ain't going full.
No,
Europe.
but like specific companies.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, that's one of those don't have enough information to give a give a good answer kind of thing. As a Bostonian, don't desecrate Sweet Caroline. It's not a desecration. I'm just saying it is a Crackers visual. Thank you for all your great content, which I was informed about by the Plant Slant 2431. I appreciate you. My husband titled this the gospel. Thank you so much. They asked how did we meet? Somebody actually asked that already.
Yes, I did ask that already. But in short, we met at a bar on a Wednesday, all you can drink happy hour when we were very young. We were 22 and 26.
She was surrounded by men. I shot them all. I was very violent in all of it. Huh?
That's true.
What?
I was there with some girlfriends.
You were surrounded by men's.
Was I really?
Oh yeah, you surrounded by men. You was oblivious. You was oblivious because you were just in your own little world. And there were no fewer than 47 men. They were all 6'8", 378 pounds.
I mean, I was really happy because I didn't have to go to work till noon the next day.
And I had to bare knuckle box
had a burger.
each one of them
I was having a great day
in succession. And I defeated each of them in turn By the time I got to my prize and wife and future bride, my knuckles were bloody and my eyes were black, and I had a contusion in my testicle. And I walked up to her and I said, Miss Lady, trying to go get a fish sandwich or something. She remembers things differently than I do. But yeah.
I mean, that's close enough. Sure.
I remember what I remember. Let's see. What did I miss? There's that one. Trade the chicken farm for a fishing boat. No, because the chicken farm makes me money. A fishing boat will cost me money. Who allowed this uppity sharecropper in the house for $2? DC Fat Cat. Why should that be one of my cousins? Thoughts on the diarrhea lettuce? Yeah, don't eat lettuce at Taco Bell.
Oh no, is that where it is?
No, that's where it started, man. Fucking Taco Bell, because of course.
But how did they know?
Because you shit out your insides after you go to Taco Bell.
That's what I'm saying. You do that after Taco Bell anyway. So, like, what is diarrhea lettuce any different from regular
It's more explosive. Yeah, I don't know. That's a very good question. I have no idea.
I literally just had this talk with Benny the other day
Yeah.
about how Taco Bell, you can't eat Taco Bell on a road trip, that you have to eat it within 20 minutes of your house.
You want to traumatize that poor child.
You can't eat Taco Bell, you're gonna shit your ass!
What is your favorite Greek chicken dish? I don't think I've ever had a Greek chicken dish. Have you? Yeah, never had one.
It's very specific.
I feel very uncultured and ridiculous. Yep. If I had a spirit animal, it would be you, my man. Love the content. Keep it up. Your spirit animal is an uppity beige dude. Congratulations and condolences at the same time. Academic upgrade is free. Damn. Fucking Canada, man.
Then I would go for that.
Goddamn tax dollars not going to bomb people in freaking faraway places. Like everybody got their own personal mom down up there. Kiss my ass. True Detective season 1, The Wire or Breaking Bad? I've only seen Breaking Bad out of all of those.
You never watched The Wire?
I never watched The
I
Wire.
did.
No, never watched The Wire. Never seen True Detective.
I haven't seen True Detective.
The Sopranos, I'm a huge fan of. Probably like Sopranos better than Breaking Bad.
You said Breaking Bad was kind of one and done for you. Like
No, you can watch it over again, but it's a lot darker than The Sopranos. Like The Sopranos was funny in a lot of ways. Like Breaking Bad, like I can watch it more than once, but like it's like you got to prepare for it mentally because it's like Jesus. Because there's also some like The Sopranos in some ways is kind of absurdist, whereas like Walter White, you could see that happening to somebody. Like that story arc where he, crosses one line after another, after another, after another. It's that's some dark shit. Anyhow, best and worst works of Kropotkin. I have never read any Kropotkin. I've read a lot of left authors, but no Kropotkin. And I hear that name come up all the time. I should read some goddamn Kropotkin. In fact,
who is he? Do I need to look him up? Kropotkin?
Kropotkin, yeah, he's like I don't even know what his particular branch of leftism, like what his specialty is. But he's featured.
Kropotkin?
Yeah. He's featured.
Oh, he's an old lefty.
He's featured heavily in that book that I bought but haven't read yet, Capitalism and Its Critics. And I think like a third of the book is him.
Really?
What?
Really?
Yeah, anarchist, right?
Yeah.
I didn't think he was an anarchist. I guess that makes sense.
Russian anarchist.
Bruska. Look at that beard. Christ.
Yeah. It's even bigger than Mason's.
Oh, if you tell him that, he will shoot everybody. Yeah, I have not read Kropotkin yet, but he is featured heavily in a book that is on my list, but it's like 3 or 4 books away from my queue. Let's see, what else we got?
He's in one of those people who like farted around and wrote stuff while his wife did everything.
That's most of them. But, it was either their wife or like their homeboy, or like their rich homeboy, or like something. Yeah, there's a lot of that. That's kind of hilarious. Amy Bame. As y'all got merch. I mean, I might need some merch. Just saying. Yes, if you go to www.blackbirdcoop.com, there's an entire section devoted to merch. Ogreleg donates $10 and asks, in a short, you mentioned you studied mathematics and propulsion. I did not study propulsion. Mathematics is part of my CS degree. How did you reconcile intellect and passive observation with the world around you? How do you conform to arbitrary societal structure? I don't know. I feel like Native people are very good at blending in and adapting. The ones of us that are left are very good at adapting technology and society and shit like that. But no, I did not study mathematics and propulsion. I studied computer science. I took a lot of math because that was just part of it. Because I also had a concentration in computer engineering, and that had double E classes, had a lot of math, a lot of advanced math. And I took a lot of art history classes, oddly enough. Yeah, how do you reconcile intellect and passive observation with the world around you? I don't know. I honestly don't know if I'm that deep a dude. I am not a person that's bothered by the real world not meeting my ideal state of things. I don't know. I think being a person of color makes you immune to feeling entitled to a good time or to having your expectations met or not being disappointed. Yeah, I think people with my experience have an easier time being told no or for things not working out. So it's fine. And if they do work out, even better. But either way, I'm going to be as happy as I can be under the circumstances. And it just so happens that for me, I have everything and so much of it. Let's see. Leela Barrows donates $1.99 to the Chicken Factory tomorrow. I guess you don't want none, but I appreciate you. You apparently need your own channel. She laughs because she ain't gonna have time for none of that shit. She just got a tablet and she's learning how to do. She's learning how to do graphic art now. You ain't never gonna see her
but
again.
You know what you can do on it? I didn't know on Procreate it like automatically records you making it, so I could do little shorts.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's really cool. Betty and I watched one of the shorts from.
It just records it like being made.
Yeah, and it has like a little time lapse of it automatically done for you. Isn't that so cool?
It is nice.
So maybe yes.
All right, so maybe yes. There you go. She's going to be making children's books and going to publish them.
Yeah.
And she's going to be a famous children's book author.
Yeah.
And she's going to quit her job teaching y'all's badass kids. Let's see. Once Chicken Farm gets big enough, go for the Senate. Tell you what.
Are we processing them?
I would love to process the Senate. I think Mitch McConnell got a big old crop. It'd come out real easy. I'm alive. I swear. I'm alive. I'm not dead. No one see me in a month. Let's see. Great content. Put down more grifters trying to make a buck spreading misinformation. Anyway, or what? Collage is a product of immigration or racial thievery. What the hell is a collage? I'm learning all kinds of shit today. In the meantime, somebody asked, have you ever considered voice acting? No. It seems like it'd be lucrative if I could get my ass on The Simpsons or something. Let's see. DMV is DC, Maryland, Virginia, I believe. Collage is Kolachhes.
Collage Factory, Virginia Beach.
No, just do collages and hit enter.
It's a food.
Your food.
Your butt's food.
It is.
Oh, I think I know what those are. Nope, it has meat in it.
It says it's from the Czech and Slovak.
Ingredients.
And they asked.
It looks like a Danish. I like a
Collage
Danish.
is a product of immigration or racial thievery. I'm going to assume it is a product of immigration.
See? Commonly
In the United States, particularly across Texas, the term collage commonly refers to a savory variation wrapped around sausage, giggity, and cheese. This savory adaptation was popularized by Czech immigrants who settled in the state during the late 19th century. Yeah, I'm going to reckon immigration on that one because otherwise I don't know nothing that Google didn't tell me. Yeah.
The sweet one.
Fill in your events for the farmer games. I got chicken eating and speed egg collecting. The big one is going to be chicken shit bingo. Chicken shit bingo is fantastic. You set up a bingo board, a giant bingo board, probably about like probably 5 feet by 5 feet, something like that. It's got a cage around it. You drop a chicken on that shit, and whichever number it shits on, that's basically the call. So instead of having somebody pull bingo balls out of things, the chicken just shits on a number. And yeah, that's chicken shit bingo. The other one's going to be the feed sack toss. That's where basically you're going to compete against Mason to see which one of y'all can throw a 100-pound feed sack the farthest with a single spin.
Do you get disqualified if you throw your back out?
No.
Okay.
It's actually encouraged that you throw your back out. Yeah. Let's see what else. You're gonna have the two-handed farmer carry. That's going to be where you take 4 5-gallon buckets of water, 2 in each hand, and whoever can go the farthest without spilling any wins. The farthest and the fastest, that is. Let's see what else is there. There's the white leghorn chase. That's where you just try to catch a white leghorn in an open field without a net. Good luck, motherfucker. Yeah, I think those are going to be the big 3. Congratulations. Do you have an El Pollo Loco knockoff recipe? No, I do not. I wish I did. What I miss? One of your videos included comments about testing your wife before getting married to see if she could raise mixed kids. Say more. Oh God, what did I subject you to? It would have been little things. You wouldn't know you were being tested. Otherwise, you would have been pissed off probably. Well, you would have been pissed off, but the wrong person would have. It was like little things to see. Like, are you one of these like colorblind people? I knew from the beginning. I mean, not from the beginning. When I found out that you had 3 black roommates in college, I knew that was extremely unlikely, especially since you still hung out with them after college. But it was little things to make sure that you weren't one of those white people who was like, I'm going to protect my black kids by like pretending that race doesn't matter and that it doesn't exist and that prejudice can be avoided by complying and assimilating properly and blah, 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 blah. And I think like I kind of shook out how you felt about that just by talking to you about things. Because I'm like I am on the internet. Like I will talk directly and straightforwardly about race. And if you're a white person that's uncomfortable with that, then I'm not comfortable with you. And you did not have a problem with that. Mostly because of who you went to college with, I think. So yeah, it wasn't like an explicit test. Like I lined her up at one end of the room. It's like, identify this song.
Oh, good, because I would have failed.
Oh yeah, because like that's the thing about that's. I mean, and that's another thing. Like you were unapologetically white. Like you don't.
Unapologetic.
You were unapologetically white. Yeah, like you don't like.
That one on
You don't sit here and like pretend to like love rap music or like fucking like know how to do the electric slide or like fucking dumb shit like because there's a lot of white people that are tryhards and pick me's about that shit, and it's fetishistic and stupid. And I can't stand it. But like, nah, your ass is like from freaking Charlottesville, Virginia, wearing Talbot sweaters and listening to corny ass fucking music and eating potatoes and just being as white as you can be with your stuffed raisins with mayonnaise in them.
Stop! I don't do that. Stop. Take that back.
Yeah. So yeah, it was that kind of. It's almost the same process I used to vet people in my YouTube feeds, right? Like I poke to see what my people like. I know I've got conservative people in my audience here, and I know that. And I can be cool with conservative people. Like my father-in-law is conservative. Like your dad is like conservative. And I can be cool with your dad because I can fuck with your dad. Like your dad likes to fuck with me. Like he'll like drop little nuggets like about shit or whatever. I'll drop them right back, and we'll have a laugh about it or whatever. Like some conservative people can be cool, but the conservative people who are not cool, I want to know right now, and I want you to get the fuck away from me, whether it's in real life or whether it's on the internet. And yeah, usually I do that by just being like unapologetically black around you and seeing how you react to it. Like I will act around you the way I will act around my family, and if it makes you uncomfortable, fuck you, like get away from me. And you pass that test. So
And here we are.
and you passed that test with my mother too, and my grandmother, and that was also important because oh my god, if my mother didn't like you, whoo, like she wouldn't blow up at you, but she'd be one of those people. My mom she like withholds enthusiasm. I don't know if you've ever seen her do that shit. But yeah.
Your grandma liked me because I bought her scuppernong grapes.
I forgot about that. Yeah, my 104-year-old grandmother was like, yeah, she ain't no white girl. I was like, all right. With all the shit that my 104-year-old grandmother done seen, if she ain't got a problem with it, she's probably all right. Yeah. I'm a commercial electrician and finishing my comp sci degree, and I'm tired of working for people who want to start my own business. I love your attitude and what you do.
Working for people more if you start.
I mean, yes and no. Like I get it. It's give me knowledge, please. I mean, she's right. Like what happens is, I'll tell you the one thing that's really nice about being an entrepreneur. Like entrepreneurs will tell you, like if you quit your job, you're going to go from having one boss to having however many customers you have. Like all your customers are your bosses. So like on any given week, like I basically have 300 to 400 bosses because I got 300 to 400 people I got to fucking make happy. However, unlike being employed by somebody else, you can fire your customers. Like, if somebody being an asshole, you can just be like, you know what? I'm sorry I couldn't make you happy. I recommend you go do business with this person, and you can, I don't know, do what my dad always used to say. It was just like become an expert in the art of telling people to go to hell and making sure they enjoy the trip. Because yeah, like I probably fire a customer every other week because they expect us to be like Amazon and to have the systems Amazon does that, you know, a multi-billion-dollar corporation has. So, you know, just be prepared for the fact that like you're still going to have to be answerable to arguably a lot more people running your own business, and they can be just as capricious, just as, you know, people are funny. You know, people have bad moods, they have shitty days, they take it out on you, they take it out on the wrong people, they have ridiculous expectations or conflicting expectations, and shit happens. So you're never going to get away from being accountable to someone who's ultimately in charge of whether or not you get paid. But entrepreneurship can give you a little more control over how much that affects you, but it doesn't go away. So good luck in the starting of your new business. Do y'all make pet? Shit, I lost it. Do y'all make pet treats for cats or just dogs? Cats do enjoy the heart treats and the liver brownies, not so much the meatballs or the claw treats or the trail mix. How did you overcome rejection in the beginning of building your business? You mentioned cold calling before. Did you do that more than in person? I did both. So I would call people over the phone, and I stopped doing that. Like that, cold calling over the phone was not as successful as showing up to a place with samples. Cold calling generally was not very successful. And that's mostly just because this is like going to small restaurants, like farm to table restaurants, new American restaurants for the most part. You would be lucky to run into the chef that made decisions there. You would hand stuff to somebody who claimed to be like, you know, the head chef, but it turned out to be like a fucking line cook, and your stuff, you know, never went to anybody who made decisions. I got laughed at on the phone more times than I could count. I got hung up on. Like you got to have a stomach for being rejected over and over and over again. It's kind of like getting married. You just got to have women just say no over and over again. Not you. You said yes immediately because your standards were low and you were young and foolish. And now look at you, married to an idiot. I win. Anyhow, so yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like rejection is just getting used to being said no to. I think it's just good for you in general. But no, social media really is a game changer in terms of this type of business where you're attracting people who want to do business with you. You're not cold call advertising. You're not doing newspaper leaflets and Google ads and shit like that, as targeted as those might be. Developing a social media presence basically allows people who want to do business with me gravitate to me and almost have them initiate the relationship, which takes a lot of the psychic pressure off of me getting said no to and laughed at and shit like that. But also reduces your ad spend and the cost basically of finding customers. So yeah, it's you just, I don't know, you just get used to people saying no to you, and it's like diving into cold water. Eventually you get used to it and you don't care. So I hope that helps. What are your thoughts on the documentary Food Inc? It's been so long since I watched Food Inc, and I've seen so many documentaries, but I'll tell you this, I haven't seen a single food documentary or book, whether it's like Food Inc, Frankensteer, Forks Over Knives, Kiss the Ground, God knows what, like TED Talks are all over the damn place. The more experienced I've become in agriculture, the more I've learned about how food systems actually work, both the conventional systems and the alternative systems, if you can call them systems, which they're not. The less impressed I've been with media around alternative agriculture and food. Sacred Cow is one of them. Food Inc would be, yeah, like I don't know, they all tend to peddle a little bit of hopium. I don't remember what my beef was with Food Inc. I remember Kiss the Ground. I flipped the fuck out when they started the whole thing off with the erroneous claim that regenerative grazing could absorb the legacy carbon load from the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. It's like that's just batshit crazy. It's bullshit. It's wrong. They also based it on that whole thing that there's only 60 harvests left worth of topsoil. Like that was a completely baseless claim based on some offhand comment that somebody made at the UN, and the entire scientific community saw that comment and went, "What?" So no, like popular media around food for the most part is bullshit. And this is as someone who basically got into agriculture because of that popular media. But then the longer I lasted in this business and the more I saw how things actually work, it's like these are people who have no idea what the fuck they're talking about, or they have like this Dunning-Kruger driven agenda where they think they know way more than they do, because they've been told just enough to be dangerous. So no. Let's see. One pre-order for her kid's book about gay chickens. Would you like to make a book about gay chickens? Actually, that'd be fantastic.
A book about gay chickens?
Dude, because our hens be the shit out of each other. Hell yeah. All right, gay chicken book coming right up. That'll probably be book number 4. What's your first book going to be about?
The first book will probably be Krabby, the one that has all the animal. It's like a little kid, little Krabby and other weird and upset animals, and has an illustration for all
I forgot about that one.
Krabby and Catty and
That's going to be fantastic.
Sluggish.
Sluggish?
Sluggish.
The slug?
Like when you're feeling slow. Sluggish.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
You publish a book right now.
I was making my list over there.
You make $10 million. Then you quit your job. I quit my job. You disappear into the sea. Okay. See, she understands. Let's see. Next. Cracker Gospel. William Billings. It ain't bad for the chicken factory tomorrow. that is a good contribution. Thank you. I'm paying for this to say you must watch The Wire. If you've seen The Sopranos, The Wire is a must do. I think I will. You want to watch The Wire? Not today.
Sure.
Okay. We will make a point to watch The Wire.
We should probably do that soon.
Well, I think we're almost through all the super chats. I got to answer all the super chats. Love you for your content, bro. What was one of the things that made you successful at content? Persistence. So I mean, you'll hear this same goddamn shit over and over again. The reason it's important to be consistent, and this is like an interesting thing that I've realized about, especially how YouTube works. I don't know about the others, because some of the analytics on TikTok and Facebook are shitty. But what I've noticed is that so every day I'll post a video or two, and I'll get anywhere between, I'm usually getting between 6 and 10 million views every 48 hours.
Across all your videos.
Across all my videos. Like that's per day across all my videos. But the videos I actually post, within the first 2 days, will usually get like if I do 2 videos in a day and they do reasonably well, within 2 days those videos might have like 2.5 million views, which means that like there are millions of views coming from people watching my old stuff, and apparently that's coming from people like going through like video after video after video after video after video. So when people are telling you to be consistent and to keep posting even when you're getting like 200 damn views on a video or whatever, this is what they're talking about. Because when you do eventually do something that pops off, because like my first one on YouTube, like it happened in stages, right? Like first it's a small blip because you don't have that many followers, and then it's a bigger blip, and then it's a bigger blip, and then like it goes up and it kind of stays up, and then there's more blips after that. That first little blip was one I did where basically I had to tell. Remember that video where I had to tell white women to shut the hell up about black women who were suspicious of me because you're white? So like
the first blip?
that was the first like big blip on YouTube.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
Oh yeah, and I was surprised.
I thought, well, the first like big blip was the guy trying to cook the steak. Or was that a while
No,
later?
that was the second. Yeah, that was like the huge blip. That was like the game changer. But no, like the first blip where like I got like what felt like an appreciable number of followers was that one where like, you know, there was a black woman that had, you know, was looking at me sideways because and a bunch of well-intentioned white women were like, you know, love is love and blah blah blah, and I was like, all y'all need to shut the hell up. She has every right to be suspicious because look at Clarence Thomas, look at RG3, look at fucking Tim Scott, look at like it's like not every black dude with a white woman is a coon, but most coons are with white women. So like you get it. So that popped off, and then the one after that was the dude the cow video, the dude that was like the black dude that sounded like Martin Lawrence, and that was the first one where I started talking in this voice.
Okay.
So that one popped off. Anyhow, every time you hit those big ones, you'll get a following, and then people are gonna like look back at your content and they want to see what else you're doing. And the more stuff you have backlog, like the more like your account will continue to be engaged with, and the more your account is being engaged with, the more the algorithms tend to reward that with more people showing up in feeds and FYPs and shit like that. So yeah, it does literally snowball. So yeah, I mean that's the big one is to post consistently and to develop a library. And those early days where you're posting and you feel like you're getting nothing out of it, like you can't think of it as, oh, why is nobody watching my shit? You have to think of it as I'm building the library, where when I do find something that clicks and connects with people, like this is going to be what they can look at. Like this is the thing that keeps them engaged. Once you do find something that does connect with people, figure out what the hell it was that connected with them and keep hitting that button. So in my case, it was like the
What is it now?
Yeah, it was the David Putty voice. Like it was weird, but like people love to see me respond to like food myths and like weird shit. about food in that voice, because like there's a nostalgia aspect to it. It's Patrick Warburton. Everybody loves Patrick Warburton. And it was just an accident. Like it's not something I did for YouTube. Like I used to tell her like, yeah, that's right. Like every time I was doing some smart ass stupid thing or whatever, and I just carried over to the internet. So yeah, the consistency is key. And then when you find out what clicks, make sure you know what it is that's clicked, and then you keep doing it. Social media does not reward artistry all that much. Like it doesn't. Like it's like you're gonna want to do different shit. You're gonna want to like change things up. You're gonna get sick of like pushing the button over and over again that works. But don't do that. Like when you like blow up, you can kind of like fuck around a little bit. But when you first get that initial blip, like keep hitting it and like build your audience. And when you get to 1 million or 2 million followers or whatever, you can start to fuck around and lose some followers. Because that's what I'm doing now, right? Like I got to like I got to 1 million subscribers. And now a whole bunch of like sort of kind of low-key racist white people are finding out like, oh, he's not a good boy. And I don't give a shit. Freaking spoon the shit out of my ass, dude. I don't care. So yeah, that's the advice I would offer. Yeah, be consistent. Don't worry about the low views, because you're gonna have. It took. I mean, I've been on YouTube like forever. I've had a YouTube account since I started the farm, but I hardly ever used it. I started posting to it regularly probably 2 years ago, and it did not take off until this past April. So it took a year and a half of posting like once or twice a day, basically every single day. It takes a long time. And somebody asked, if you were an herbal tea farmer, what would be your market strategy? What markets or avenues would you go after first? And what are a waste of time? If you're doing anything small scale, skip trying to do wholesale. Social media is your friend. Establish direct to market, so you can basically capture the entire dollar. Do the entire distribution chain from producing this stuff all the way to delivering it the last mile. As much of that dollar as you can capture, the better. But if you're going to be operating at small scale, avoid the temptation to do wholesale stuff and sell to like little shops and markets and stuff like that, because their need for markup is going to choke you to death, is the advice I'd give to anybody doing something small like that. What else we got? Was down in South Carolina and a guy recognized your merch. Nice. Need a catalyst. Past my bedtime, your unapologetically authentic self, your irreverent sense of humor and sensible values give me something reliable upon which to seed my feeds. I appreciate you. Thank you. What are your top 3 favorite nonfiction books? The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison, Black Boy by Richard Wright.
Bluest Eye is fiction.
Oh, nonfiction. My bad. I'm over here naming fiction. My top 3 favorite nonfiction books: The Wayfinders by Wade Davis. I'm trying to distinguish between good books and my favorite books that are nonfiction. Recently, that I can remember. Shit, what's the name of that damn book?
Give me some clues.
It's the one about capitalism. Can Democracy Survive Global Capitalism? It's by Robert Kuttner.
Was that the one about what's his name?
No, that's The Man Who Destroyed Capitalism. Oh, that's I forget that. That's a good book. It's not one of my favorites. Nonfiction. Oh, as a business book, Setting the Table. Danny Meyer.
I feel like
really,
you do
really good
like
book.
Ron Chernow biographies, just like generally.
Nonfiction. Yeah, biographies in general. Yeah, I enjoyed. Yeah, I think I've enjoyed all of Ron Chernow's. I've read.
Chernow, is that how you say his last name?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I've read the.
You weren't as crazy about the Mark Twain one.
No, yeah, that was a little boring. Which is interesting because, right, like Mark Twain, the greatest satirist in history or whatever, but like, yeah, the book was fucking boring. like reading about the Saturday Society is super fucking boring. Whereas like George Washington getting shot at and being a scam artist, like that was interesting. Alexander Hamilton gets shot in his ass at the end of his life, like that's interesting. So yeah, the biography of Alexander Hamilton by Chernow was really, really, really good. Like that, the end of that one made me cry. Like the letter he wrote to his wife before he died, I was like, holy shit. Oh yeah, dude. Remember, I was a fucking wreck. I know, but remember, I was like, you had to like pet my head and like help me get to sleep. Like, you don't remember my trauma. Because she secretly hates me. So yeah, that'd be a few recommendations. Yeah, ready for Detective Season 1, Episode 1 reaction. Okay, I will watch it. I promise. We have to watch True Detective Season 1, Episode 1. Okay. Sending love from a North Dakota oil field. Andrew worked in a North Dakota oil field. Remember I told you about that? No. My homeboy Andrew, this other big ass white boy. He's like Mason 1.0.
I remember he worked on a sod farm.
He worked on a sod farm. He worked on he worked in a Nodak oil field, and he worked on an Alaskan fishing boat.
What?
Yeah. He's like Forrest Gump, dude. It's ridiculous. He's done everything. It's hilarious. Now he's a lawyer in Tennessee because of course he is. We should all meet up at a great place in Richmond and just hang out. Yeah, we're trying to have like a big ass cookout kind of thing, and I might do it at a restaurant so I don't have to cook nothing. So yeah, stay tuned for something like that because we probably will. That'd be cool as shit, honestly. They did kind of something like that at that drag party they had for Kathleen's. Thank you for your knowledge. I don't want to start my own business because I don't want to boss and trying to escape wage theft. Boss makes it all. I make a dime. That's why shit don't come anytime. Exactly. Do it. We wound up doing paid lunches for all our people anyway.
That's nice.
Let's see. Alexandre would also make a fantastic mod. I will remember that next time. But thank you for being my mod and keeping the racists at bay. Good morning from South Africa. Love you lots. Thank you so much. Favorite non-avian dinosaur?
Like not a bird?
Like actual dinosaur. Am I going to be a basic bitch and say T-Rex? I might love the T-Rex just because of goddamn Jurassic Park. Pour one out for my man Sam Neill, who apparently was a sweetheart.
Yeah?
Yeah, I had no idea. He's apparently the nicest man. He's like Keanu Reeves nice.
Aww.
Yeah. And of course, he died, not the fucking president. Anyway, let's see. You should consider watching The Expanse.
Okay, we're getting all sorts of recommendations.
Mm-hmm. Majoring in accounting, but I can't get my feet wet. What is the best course to do so? And should I consider moving across state lines to find work?
I don't know what state.
Yeah, I mean, you got it.
It's pretty fluid, like Virginia, DC.
That's the thing. That's what I've liked about living in the DC area. It's like there's no shortage of employment.
There's so much reciprocity for like lawyering and teaching and I imagine accounting.
You should be willing to like if there's no opportunities where you're at, like consider moving. CPAs make bank. Like if you're like just doing people's taxes and shit, man. I mean, fucking Rohit. Rohit's one of my homeboys from like just after college. He works for Booz Allen Hamilton, but he makes a full-time living just doing people's tax returns on the side and like being a bookkeeper for people for like independent business. And like the skill set that CPAs have, like I think the key thing with CPAs is a lot of CPAs aren't great salesmen. I wish I had known when I first started a business how much I needed a CPA and how much I should have started with one. And if somebody could have sold me on that initially, like that's a big opportunity. So yeah, move if you have to. But honestly, if you're able to set up, like if you wanted to stay put and if I was going to be a CPA, and I'm talking a little bit out of school here because this is not my wheelhouse, but just speaking as an entrepreneur, I know there's a huge demand of people who need tax advice, who need better tax advice. Tax law is unbelievably complicated. People itemize when they shouldn't. People don't itemize when they should. Like a lot of people don't know, like, do I get a Trump account? Do I not get a Trump account? Is an HSA right for me? Is a 529 right for me? Like, all these questions, like being able to set people up and letting them know that you'll be able to take care of them and take care of their tax situation. I think there's a huge demand for that. And I don't think you necessarily have to be in a certain place to do it. But that requires an entrepreneurial mindset and an ability to sell. So if you have that, great. You might want to consider that. If not, if you're looking to work for like an accounting consulting firm or a controller firm and an auditing firm like KPMG, Booz Allen Hamilton, Accenture, they're all out here. Move to Northern Virginia. there's like no shortage of opportunities for people out here. And the last question had goats growing up. My BFF was named Sarah. She was a pygmy and slept on my bed. Ew! They don't wipe their ass. Goats are so fucking weird. She ate my homework. That's about right. Peacocks are the worst, but not as bad as goats. I am so sorry that you dealt with it, but it is your fault. And now you know better. James Bond donates $5, and this will probably be the last comment. Love y'all. Stay foxy and don't give up until your number is called. Thanks for the military people until I can't jump no more. I appreciate y'all. Take good care. I'm gonna go to sleep and I'm tired. And look at her. She all wrapped up and shit. But yeah, she already in bed. I'm gonna go to bed and take good care. Y'all, we do this every single Sunday. Usually. Sometimes we do it in the morning. Sometimes we do it at night. Please join us next time. On Sunday for our Chicken Factory fundraiser. I finished my bourbon, which means that we have finished our live. Everybody take good care. See y'all later, and bye-bye.